we're starting at a relatively normal time, at least. Except it's Sunday, so that's no. Normally we have a weekday following, so yeah, we're good. You know what? This is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna take my nap now.
Excellent. And you okay, Isaac? Do you want to go poop?
I wish.
Hey, can you just start the recap so I can tune you out?
I wish Roll20 took alpha channels so I could blow out my background. That'd be fun.
I wish you took credit cards so I could blow you.
I take credit cards.
All right, here we go.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold it. Are you paying him so that you can suck his dick?
Is there any other way?
I think.
Well, I'm not aware of it.
Me neither.
All right, I'm gonna start the stream. Any
Start the stream
racism
then.
go? I you know what? I just realized I haven't said if you got any racism, get it out now since Jesse left.
I hear Jason. In the back.
Jason just a big old cackle. Oh man! Oh, I love and hate that guy so much. All right, I'm starting the stream.
Are you?
I am.
Are you?
I don't think
I am.
I've talked to him since
Really
he left. Yeah.
interesting.
I haven't.
Okay, how do we feel? How do we feel about this webcam? Do we like this or do we prefer the old one?
I like
Big
it.
fat
Looks good.
ass says.
Looks good.
Okay, cool.
Tilt the
Yummy,
camera
yum.
down.
We need to see the peen.
You want?
Yes, please.
Claire, you can see the peen anytime you want.
You can.
That's true.
This is an option at all times.
Just have to ask.
Why would I want that though?
You just.
On
ask
that
for
note,
it.
so we'll start tonight as we started last time, with a couple of trivia questions.
Yes.
Ah, shit. I've been studying.
do it.
Get your notes if you have them. So
Let's do it.
the first one is the first.
Purple. Oh
All right,
shit.
that's wrong. You forfeited your first answer. So
Fuck.
the first one should be relatively easy.
Oh wait, I need to pull up my notes.
Oh,
Holden.
I don't think your notes will
You're
help you
live.
with this one. Thanks. Thank you,
I
Isaac.
got a notification. Holden, you're alive. I
Okay.
shall crush,
me.
smash all of the tiny manlings with my shiny, shiny math rocks. Yes, yes.
Oh, thank you for
Math
reminding me to get my math rocks out while I read you this first trivia question, which is, how many ambushers attacked the party in the fight we closed the last session with?
5.
Incorrect.
Yeah, I know.
The last session?
Yep. How many ambushers attacked you?
Are other people allowed to answer still?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do math. 2 melee. The guy I killed instantly. I believe there were 2 crossbows, and then the magic guy for 7.
No.
6?
I think that math went to 6.
Did I count the magic guy twice? 6?
Maybe.
All right. Blake and Isaac have made their guesses. Jason.
so
I
lost.
I honestly just said a number. I
Yep,
didn't even
that was your
think.
guess. Yep.
Yeah, I know.
I think
They
I'm
were what?
confused.
5 and 6? Is that what we have here?
Yeah, so far. Those are the guesses.
I confused
Standard
myself.
Price is Right rules. I'm gonna go 7.
Nope. Clara, you have the
Okay,
last guess.
I-
How many
don't pay attention.
ambushers attacked you guys in the last fight?
just say enough. That's not false.
We definitely were ambushed.
Yep.
Mhm.
What was our last guess?
You have 5, 6, and
we
7.
have
I
5
think.
and 7.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just 4.
I'm gonna go with 4.
It was
I
4.
think it was 4. Yeah.
Clara, it was only
Congratulations,
4.
Clara.
Congrats, Clara. Kind of by default getting it. Would you actually the reward for that one when we start back up because we just finished a fight and we left off, this is kind of everybody's going to probably want to do something at once. So we're going to start off with initiative and you will begin. Or actually you can choose where in the initiative order you would like to be rather than having to roll
Can
for
I
initiative.
do that after everybody rolls?
Yes. After everybody else rolls for initiative, you may choose where you would like to be in that initiative order.
Yay. Yay.
Yeah, because I think it was the magic caster, the 2 guys that 6 and Doran were fighting, and then the other guy.
Yep. Also, fancy new dice case. Super happy with it. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Okay, I haven't showed this off. Actually, I got a fancy new dice case, and inside, so I have a special pouch for my metal dice and other bags in here. And then in this guy, we have, I just pulled a bunch out, so it's not all my dice, and then I can open, it's hard with one hand, open this flap, and I have different compartments for all my dice.
I like it.
Fucking love this
I like
thing.
it.
I love it a lot.
I like it.
All right.
I need to get some decent dice stuff.
All right, so the second question. So Clara, remember you can choose after everybody else rolls where you will be in initiative to start. Second question. This is what's supposed to be the harder one, but I'm guessing since you guys struggled with the easier one so much, somebody's just gonna get this right away. Around what time of day should it be in game as we pick back up? And that is why there's a black rectangle under 15 on the calendar, because that says the time.
Sometime before 5, but afternoon.
Okay.
Is that too broad?
You can make that
I
your
believe
guess
it was
if you want.
during the daylight hours.
I
I'm
thought
gonna
it
say
was
3 p.m. 3
I-
p.m.
I thought it was towards the evening. 'Cause I thought we were ambushed towards the end of our journey.
3 p.m.
I got a 3 p.m. I got daylight
I'm
hours.
gonna go with 5.
I got 5 p.m.
Somebody just say non-daylight hours and we're good.
I
And you
said
got-
evening.
All right. I will reveal. It is currently 5 p.m.
Oh, baby!
Isaac got it right on the nose. Isaac.
Nice job.
I'm gonna change the reward for this one. Instead of rolling a d12, roll me a d20.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Holden, did you see that Ziggy Starfucker liked your tweet?
So
I did.
crush.
Alistair. Toward the end of the fight, you find a small pouch lying on the ground. You have 14 gold.
Fuck yeah! I just keep getting money.
Just keep finding money.
Hey, Holden, do
Yes.
you remember Mikto? An old viewer named Mikto?
Yes, I do remember Mikto.
Mikto gave you your first donation. I happened to clip it and run across the clip the other night. I was like, oh, that was interesting. Sorry. Anyway.
Interesting. Thanks for the
What the
memories.
fuck?
Anyway, yeah, Jason's been going through some super
Years
old
ago.
clips. Yeah, years ago.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, who donates to Holden now?
now that we've got the trivia covered,
Oops.
last we left off.
Okay, let me
Last
get
time we
my
checked
ignoring
in
glasses
with
on.
our adventurers in Direwood, they had just left the commander's office in search of Pettifer, finding him very poorly fixing a roof. Six helped him down, and they began questioning him on everything they could think to gather intel about the Queen, as their new objective, or their newly prioritized objective, was to deal with the Queen to some capacity. Pettifer didn't know too much about the intricacies of how the Queen worked, but he was able to offer some insights. The party learned from Pettifer it's most likely her vanishing act is in fact some sort of spell, and that she can probably only use it once per day. At least that's as much as anyone's ever seen her use it. They also learned that she most likely lives somewhere very near the New Republic Tavern, but not in it. It's unlikely, but a possible lead would be in the blocked-off tunnel marked as too dangerous beneath the tavern. After wrapping up their conversation with Pettifer, the party spent the rest of the day getting a feel for how Shinebright and those that dwell within it are doing. They learned about the needs and wants of the people, and Doran compiled a list of personal belongings people left in Main Gate, which the commander would send a couple of rangers to reclaim to boost morale. The next day, Doran received his new clothes around noon, and had a down-to-earth chat with some of the rangers. The party eventually reconvened and set off for the New Republic Tavern to stir up some trouble in hopes of getting the Queen's attention, so that they could speak with her and possibly find out if she did in fact have the bounties out on them. Possibly killing her afterward if they could. Who knows? I don't fucking know. I doubt you guys know what you're going to do. On the way, however, just before they hit Direwood's market area, which is, in fact, one of you said, yes, it is very close to the end of your journey, just before the New Republic Tavern entrance, Bess noticed something was off. It was too quiet, and the unease of being watched by the rats was replaced with an uneasy feeling of emptiness around them. As Six caught on and began inspecting their surroundings, he noticed an octarine glow somewhere up ahead. And it was at this moment that moment that the party was enveloped in a cloud kill spell, and a battle ensued. Six ran toward the caster, who was now flying 60 feet in the air, only to get bogged down by two melee combatants. Luckily, their primary means of damage was completely ineffective against Six, so he kept them tied up for the rest of the fight as they slowly cut him and each other down.
Six's main passive ability is called "Why are you hitting yourself?"
Also, why are your swords fucking completely encased in poison not hurting me? The caster then advanced toward the rest of the party, knocking Bess unconscious and singeing Alistair with lightning bolts, and trapped them within a web spell. He just fucking flung shit at them. Bess and Alistair attempted to retaliate to largely no avail. Doran was caught in the middle, trying to help Six, taking out a clumsy drow on a nearby rooftop, and trying to help Bess and Alistair. Eventually, Alistair caught the flying drow mage in a Gios and was able to help him, or get him to fly down and end all of his spell effects. As Six was still in a pretty even fight with the 2 melee combatants, Doran began raining high-level spells down on the battlefield, blasting the 2 melee combatants, allowing Six to kill one, while the other fled invisibly. Eventually, after an exchanging of blows between Alistair and the mage saw that the battle was no longer going in his favor, so he quickly downed an invisibility potion as well and attempted to flee. Bess was not having this shit, however. And so she cast True Sight, as this guy had knocked her unconscious and brought her within inches of death like 2 or 3 times. And she pointed out his position to her allies as she hobbled toward him, barely conscious. Doran leapt down from his rooftop and cast one final lightning bolt down the narrow alley, obliterating the drow. We will return to the remnants of this fight, most of the party quite badly wounded. 1 drow seemingly escaped, 2 dead, and the mage unconscious in an alleyway, as the party takes just a moment to catch their breath. And as you are doing so, I will bring us back to the map, and I would like for you all to roll initiative.
I don't wanna.
Simply for making this post-battle a bit easier. And I'll put the initiative up now. Get rid of all that. Why can't I get rid of Alistair? There we go.
Why can't I get rid of Alistair? It's a question we've all asked ourselves.
True.
Question Isaac asked himself.
Yeah, true.
All right.
Actually, no, I enjoy playing Alistair. Alistair's probably one of my favorite characters so far.
Who is Blake?
Doran, what's your bonus?
None.
Good.
None. Okay. Alistair, what's your bonus?
1.
Okay. And 6, you got a 24. Sorry,
Yes,
I'll go
ma'am.
ahead and add you manually.
Fuck you.
Look at my green screen. This is crazy.
I didn't
The
notice
fuck?
that.
This is a depth-based green screen thanks to the front-facing iPhone camera.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Bess, where would you like to be in the initiative order?
Who has the 19?
That would be Doran.
I would like to go after Doran.
After Doran. Okay. Fuck you, Alistair.
Doran, she's going after you.
Doran,
out.
she's coming. All right.
In her current state, I think I can take her.
With that,
You're not wrong.
6 burning
In real
shrubbery.
life and in game.
Burning shrubbery and debris from the various lightning bolts around you. A dead drow at your feet. You are quite wounded, and one of them has just escaped. You notice your allies rushing toward, or probably rushing toward, the drow mage downed next to another dead drow nearby. What are you doing?
Glancing back there, noting that what is taking place is taking place. They're probably heading that direction. I'm going to give this guy a quick search to see if he had anything interesting, fascinating on his person, anything useful.
Yeah.
So I will make a. Would you like me to make a search roll?
Yeah, make an investigation check, please.
One investigation
roll.
coming up. Oh did it work?
I see it. It's coming. It's
A
coming.
19.
Oh, yeah.
All right, not bad.
Let's
not bad.
see.
Kane.
On this one, with a 19, you will find, obviously, he has a short sword, a hand crossbow,
Okay.
and he has 15 bolts for that hand crossbow.
I take them both from him and throw them in opposite directions in
So
case he comes back to life.
Sure, you start scattering his weapons about.
Zombie
He
rangers.
also has a
shit.
little pouch of what you can only guess are alchemical ingredients, though you're not quite
Alright.
sure. That's not really
I'll
your
stick
area of
that on my-
expertise.
I'll stick that on my belt or in my bag there.
Sure.
Some
And
alchemical stuff.
he has a small glass vial encased in leather, with some sort of clearish, purplish liquid within it.
Okay, I will write all of that down.
Yeah, and
We
just for the, yeah,
Go ahead.
for the sake of your inventory, you can, with a 19, I will say you can pretty safely presume this is an invisibility potion based on what you saw the other drow do.
Invisibility. Okay, copy that.
Potion that turns you invisible, if you were wondering.
Yeah, in case you were unsure.
And then any movement left over would be used to go join my friends where they're headed.
Okay.
Make sure everybody's
yeah.
okay.
You
Yeah.
quickly grab his weapons, toss them about, grab what seems interesting, just rifling through his pockets real quick. This only takes you a few moments, and you head to the rest of your party. Okay. I think your movement is like fucking 40 or 50 feet or something stupid. So yeah, you can go wherever.
Indeed, sir. And that's me.
Oh,
Okay. I'll just move you 10, 20. Like,
Oh, thank you,
Bring
sorry.
you over here. Yeah, toward the rest of the party. Doran, what are you doing?
How does the house behind me look?
The house behind you.
The house I was on top of, this one.
I think you were on top of you were on top of both
I
at
were
some
on top
point.
of both of them.
Yeah. They look like disheveled, slightly destroyed wooden and like hardwood houses with some sort of cheap roofing.
Is there a door?
Yes.
I will knock 4 times.
Okay, the door would be over here.
I will head to the door
Okay.
and knock 4 times.
You knock 4 times on the door.
How many
Like-
times did you knock, though?
Like echo 4 times.
You can
4
hear a
times.
slight echo behind it, yeah.
I just killed someone and I need to panic. Please open up.
Much to no one's surprise, there's no response.
I will open the door.
Okay, you may do so. You open the door and you find what looks like a tornado ran through a simple home. A table flipped over, chairs, dust, cobwebs. Smells
All
like rat,
in.
smells like
They're
red
all
feces,
dead.
actually.
Oh,
I,
Ted and I
800
did it.
corpses.
Please open the door.
I'm gonna clean up in here a little bit for us to interrogate him, and not at all puke in the corner.
Okay.
And I'm gonna head in and just start using prestidigitation just to
Okay.
kind of flip the table over and clean up and panic.
Okay. You head inside and start cleaning up, talking to presumably no one. However, I will mention again, it does smell very strongly of rat feces in there. Though as you
Well,
start
I mean-
prestidigitationing, it will start to not. Bess, you chose to be here. What would you like to do?
You know, I'm still pretty beat up, so I am gonna give myself a cure wounds. Let me just double check my spell slots to see what level I can cast that at.
Surely.
5,000.
I think I'm gonna do a level 3 cure wounds on myself, which
Excellent.
is gonna be 3d8 plus 4.
Okay, 19, not bad.
Sweet. That is all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait
Okay.
to see what the
Okay.
rest of everybody's doing.
So the adrenaline of the battle starts dying down, and you feel the excruciating pain that you've been in this entire time. Healing yourself for a moment, looking around to see what everyone else is doing. The drow. Okay. Alistair, what will you do?
I am going to. Well, first of all, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself at level 6.
Seeing Bess, you do the same. Okay. Except bigger.
Yeah, so that's 3d8. Oh, wait, nope, sorry, I read the wrong one. Why did it roll twice?
That's a great
Well,
question.
we'll take the 9, and I'm adding 5d8.
Okay.
So,
All right, big boy heal.
37.
Sounds good.
And then I'm going to just make my way over here and wait to see what the rest of the party wants to do.
Okay, you move over to where Bess
Oh,
and
wow, D&D Beyond, or Roll20 is being really touchy.
I bet. After
did
its
just crash.
big hiccup, yeah, I'm sure the servers are kind of right now. So you move to the rest of your party, except for Doran, who actually all of you would have heard him kind of babbling to himself a little bit, echoing down the alleyway. You probably wouldn't have heard exactly what he was saying, but it kind of sounded very strained. 6, you have moved to the rest of your party. What will you do?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, I guess I'll move. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, this
5,
one is the
6,
mage.
7. Oh, okay. I'll search him.
Okay, you're gonna move up to him and search him.
Yeah, I'll search him.
Okay, as you move up to him and search him, you notice his breath is very shallow. and he is
Okay.
wheezing, like he's struggling. Make an investigation check.
A problem. Not a problem.
That one punches him in the face and kills him.
Oh!
8. Okay, with an 8. As you start to
Might
search
be a
him,
problem.
in like his dying, wheezing breath, he like tries to raise an arm to stop you, and he's not able to stop you. You are in fact
Okay.
able to find. Let me see here. Let me take a look. He would have. Okay, you do find he does have his staff. It is a strange like metal rod staff with a spider emblem sort of at the top, and it is coated in like this oozing green viscous liquid. You
I
find
will
it.
take it.
Yeah, so you take the Drow Mage staff.
I lick it while I look him in the eye.
I mean, he's not looking at you; he's dying. But
Oh.
just for effect, you give it a lick just to prove that you can, and you can feel it tingling on your tongue. Like, this is not good. You shouldn't have done this, but you're largely unaffected. like it feels.
I look down at him.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna continue. It feels really fucking weird, but monk
All
shit,
right.
so you're good.
I say, I don't like death, but you've ruined this situation for everyone.
Oh, what does that even mean?
He responds with a.
Because I'm going to let him die.
Okay. So you take his staff. Otherwise, he's just squirming, just a little too much for you to like really find anything else.
Okay.
Doran, are you gonna spend the rest of your turn just prestidigitation?
I will peek out of the door, and do I see that no one's at all helped this guy?
You peek out at the door and you see 6 searching him.
Are you healing him?
Thinking about it.
If we're gonna question him, he might want to be alive.
Thinking
Okay.
about it.
You guys, I mean, I know we're in initiative, but this is like roleplay initiative. You may respond.
Thinking about it.
Alistair will give him a single cure wounds.
On
Okay.
Alistair's turn.
I will,
Yeah.
seeing Alistair start to walk towards him, I will go, okay, and then I'll go back to cleaning.
Okay. You spend the rest of your turn cleaning. So pretty quickly, you're able to like clean up the cobwebs, the dirt with prestidigitation, and remove some of the smells. But you do know. Would you make a perception check for me?
Okay, that's what you want.
I do.
The roll button on my screen is way smaller than I thought it would be.
14.
Well, it's not the size of the button. It is kind of what you, how you roll it.
You notice in your peripheral vision
So you have a small, tiny penis. Continue.
a small creature of some sort skitter across the room into a hole that leads outside, and you hear chittering, and you realize several very large rats just exited the building, shrieking as they did so.
Okay,
I am an emissary of the rat god. Oh, sorry.
I'll say bye.
Okay, Bess.
Sorry, I'm looking at what I can do. Or have we started moving him yet?
No, 6 is just searching him, and Alistair looks as though he's about to move in as well, but he is not yet.
Because
Hang
it's
on.
not my turn.
Wah.
Epic. Oh, that wasn't like a wah. That was like, it's not my turn yet.
Oh, it sounded like a wah.
I
It's
can
not
wah
my
if you'd like,
turn.
though.
Would you wah for
Be
me?
like, yeah. It's not my turn.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I didn't like that one.
I'm really happy that Holding got off to that. So.
I did.
No, he shouldn't be.
Are you kink shaming?
Yes.
Yeah, Blake, what the fuck, man?
Holden's not
Why
allowed to
can't-
have king. He's too vanilla.
Yeah, true.
Is pink shaming okay if it's illegal? I mean, is
I'm
that
gonna start
my-
walking to the building that Doran's in.
Okay.
Thanks, Claire.
You see Alistair moving in, presumably to heal. So you want to use all your movement?
No.
No.
I just want to get to like here, I guess.
Sure.
Also moving.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll just go there. That's
Okay.
fine
You
for
just
now.
start moving in the direction of Doran. You can kind of, you can hear him probably babbling to himself and casting spells.
Stupid dirt. Who puts this much dirt in the house anyway? Why would you want this?
Precisely. Let's see here. Okay. Where did I put? Oh, there we are. All right, Alistair.
I'm going to heal him.
Okay, you move over to heal. Go ahead and roll it. Just a level 1?
Yep.
Okay. You
I
move
put my
over.
cane on his abdomen. And
Yep.
I just don't die.
Yeah, you put your cane over, and you see the octarine glow of magic course through it and into him, and it spreads across his chest, and his breathing goes from that to like and he starts to breathe a little more normally, though it's still very labored. And as Six is kind of rifling through, you can see him just lying there, gritting his teeth in pain.
If possible, if I have a moment here while that's going on, I would sort of, as I search him, lean a little bit into one of his wounds, and I go, "Well, this is awkward.
Yeah,
I'm the good cop."
And he grits his teeth in pain, and you hear him mutter something that almost sounds like common, but it's really broken under his breath, but you can't understand it.
He's still got his voice, Alistair. Be careful.
All right. Now that you have saved him before he rolled a third failed death save, we will go out of initiative.
He got lucky this time.
What does
Not
that
even
mean?
You call out from the building. What's that mean?
Like, 6. You're being kind of mean. You're the good guy in these situations.
He's alive. I shrugged.
Doran goes back to cleaning.
Okay.
Why would you put dirt in the living room? That's not where dirt goes. Preposterous.
I hate Dora. Dirt in the bathroom? Who in the fuck?
He has memories of the mansion, the day you spent in there. He's just shuddering at the term.
Every now and then you can hear him call out to his servant to take care of it. And you hear "Oh yeah, this isn't my house." And then continuing to clean.
Is that a milkshake? What are you drinking, Holden? What are you drinking? No, bring that back up on cam. What is that? Is that homemade? What is it?
It is not homemade. I've been experimenting and buying just for fun, like different pre-mixed iced coffee drinks. This one is I think it's oatmeal and almond iced latte or something along those lines,
That
like
actually sounds
espresso
good as
drink.
fuck.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Sound okay.
Yeah.
Would you jerk off to it?
I jerk off in it.
So would that make it taste better?
Well, I'd say it's a good creamer substitute.
I mean,
I would disagree.
You know, you can kind of see. Never mind. I was gonna go into some really gross details. Anyway, so what is everybody doing?
Nothing about this.
We're out of initiative. What are you guys
nothing
doing?
about this is making me happy.
I will join Doran. See what he's got going on.
Okay.
The second he walked in, wipe your shoe.
Okay, so Bess and Six, you move over to where Doran is, and immediately Doran, wipe your shoes! Don't. And
Wait,
it's like,
did we leave the guy?
Alistair is still with the guides. You two kind of just walked away.
Oh.
I got him, don't worry.
Okay.
I let him be.
He's dead weight, and it's going to be a bit difficult, but we're not in combat. It's not a tense situation, so you're able to kind of like hoist him up a little bit and start
I
dragging
grab him by his shirt, like this, just right here as he's laying on the ground, and I drag him.
Okay, you drag him across, and the rest of you
And
hear...
I hope he's awake.
Yeah, the rest of you hear the wretched sound of skin scraping against cobblestone as...
Well, I would hope he was wearing his shirt and pants,
that
but...
sound.
Please be careful with him. Bring him in. I just cleaned.
So as
No.
he's dragging him
Oh,
over...
okay, fair enough. This isn't my house.
Six wipes his feet in the middle of the floor on the dirt.
I will clean up the dirt in the middle of the floor.
He added more
You
dirt.
told
Where
me to
does-
wipe.
Okay, so in the real world, the law of matter states that matter can't be created or destroyed. Does that apply for D&D? Where the fuck does the prestidigitation stuff go?
I think most of that is
Magic,
explained
man.
away with
Magic
interplanar
is-
bullshit and...
It just goes away.
There's a dimension specifically dedicated to all the dirt and shit that
No.
prestidigitation makes vanish.
Hell, maybe the dust plane.
You
I
know
don't
what? Probably.
I mean,
There's a lot of that
prestidigitation,
poop.
it doesn't explain it, but I'm willing to bet it's something like you're just turning it into air, or like you're converting it into some other form of matter that is less,
hate
I don't
this.
know.
Uh,
It's a good
thanks for
question though.
clarification.
I would have flip to the table up.
Yep.
So like, and I would have scratched into it and kind of indented it so it looks like there's been a lot of stabbing into it. Kind of make it look like a good interrogation spot.
Okay.
Put a little bit of flair on it. Maybe cut my hand a little bit and bleed onto it.
Okay.
Like, just give it a little bit of a flair.
How much
Like
health
every
do you have?
time, 63.
Oh, okay, you're fine. Okay.
I'm fine. But every time I step back, like, as a kid when you cleaned your room and you like leave and come in to kind of see how it looked like when you entered. I do that. Like, excuse me, as I walk past Beth and Six, walk back and go, huh, almost there. Kind of moving it and adjusting it.
Okay.
I want to give the best first impression when it gets brought in here.
Right, and as you're finishing up these preparations to make it look like a used impromptu interrogation room, Alistair drags him by like the collar of his robe in.
He comes in. What if I wasn't ready yet?
Are there any
Shadow.
chairs?
There are a
Dorn.
couple of chairs, cracked and very mal-maintained. That's probably not a word, but
No, it's not.
I'll bring
Malware.
two chairs over, one on one side of the table, the other to the other.
Dorn, is this your house?
No.
I don't care then.
What if I want it to be my house?
That's
Why would you
awesome.
wanna live here?
I genuinely can't think of a reason why you'd want to be here.
Well, maybe when we fix up this city, I claim this house.
Congratulations, then you can re-clean it. I say dropping him directly onto the floor.
But the table is here for a reason.
I would go to pick up, try to drag the guy over to one of the chairs.
okay. I mean, he's been healed. He can move himself. He's in a great deal of pain, but he seems to be relatively cooperative. Like once Alistair gets him in, you go and kind of like grab him by the arm, and he stands up, struggles, and you pull him over and sit him down, and he sits.
I look at him. You appreciate what I'm trying to do here, right?
He looks up at you and just glares.
Now, this is the guy who's thunderbolted me twice, right?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Just making sure.
I can see he's a drow, right?
Yes.
I speak in Elven. You can appreciate what I'm trying to do here, right?
He continues glaring.
I try in Orcish, which is a lot more guttural noises.
This time you see, like his eyes narrow, like in confusion.
Alright, guys, I've learned he does not speak Orcish.
Excellent deduction.
I give the guy a way too hard pat on the back and walk.
He like spits out a little blood onto the table.
I go, whoo, more atmosphere.
I point to it and I say, "You're gonna need that. Just keep it inside."
Don't we have questions for him, you guys?
I believe you guys do. I killed someone. I'm gonna go panic, and I walk into the next room.
Okay, yeah. There's another room. You step through a door, and the door kind of falls off its hinge as you try to close it behind you. You just kind of put it there and go over, and you're in another room now.
There's a small moment of ah!
Yeah, you guys just hear him go, "Ah!"
That guy was healthy before I got to him.
As Doran is panicking, what are the rest of you doing? Sat down, or well, I mean, the drow is sat down.
Who's still on the roof?
Oh, that's what.
I realize that there is no inside view.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I have
I'm gonna go to bed.
some things for this, but
Okay.
Holden was not expecting me to go into this specific house. The other one he was planned for, but not this one.
you know, it's funny you say that. You're like half right. Anyway.
Bitches be tripping.
Bitches be tripping, man.
Can I look over at Six? Did you take his staff? Do you have his staff?
I hand it to
Six
him.
is carrying the staff.
Don't touch it, I say, handing it to Alistair.
I grab
It's
it.
poison.
You grab it.
As he says it's poison, I grab it. And
Okay.
like at the same time not realizing like
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I look at Six and go, ow. Come on, roll.
Okay. It stings your hand as you grab it. And it is kind of just like, oh, it's unpleasant, but you're able to kind of like shrug it off. You look down at your hand, it's like red, irritated, but like you're okay for now.
It's like you grabbed a needle.
Yeah. Like it sucks, but like you're okay for now. And you see
Alright,
the
well,
drow
I'm
as you
going
grab it.
to-
He looks like directly at the staff and at your hand. You see like a smile start to creep over his face, and then when you kind of just go, oh, that smile disappears very quickly.
I lick it again and look him in the eye.
His eyes grow
Just put
very
the whole end on
wide.
your mouth and you start sucking on the staff. He's like, oh fuck, oh god.
I'm aroused and terrified. Arousified.
Guy's
Delicious.
like, what are you? Six looks him dead in the eyes, horny. Power word kill.
Word. Power word ejaculate.
I think that's the worst one. I'd rather die than someone look at me and go, finish, and you just come.
I don't know, man.
It would be awkward after the fact, but
6, as you lick the poison and it has no effect on you, the drow looks at you directly and says, Nashloden. You have no idea what that means.
Was it in Elvish?
I look back and I say, Shalafate Boncha.
Oh, wait. 6. You speak Undercommon.
I do speak Undercommon.
This would have been great to mention
Oh,
when I
sorry.
asked last time.
I don't think
you didn't
you
say
did.
Undercommon, did you?
I'm-
You were.
Pretty sure I...
No, I think
Okay,
you just
alright.
said Elvish.
Did I? Unless it didn't come up, but it'd be really weird for it to not come up. Okay, never mind. When he says that, you understand. He says to
Okay.
you. He says to you, "What are you?"
I
Say horny, say horny. The fruitiest of the
Too much for you.
So it seems.
Who hired you?
He spits a bit of blood onto the table.
I take out a dagger and stab the table right in front of him, and look menacing.
Make an intimidation check. Make a menacing check.
You're gonna see the words menacing start floating over her head. Oh,
As she does this, I slowly turn to Bess, and in common I say, "He doesn't speak common. Sound intimidating."
Okay, this is coming. 6, would you also make an intimidation check, actually?
Yeah.
and have I told you how much I hate you?
Sound intimidating.
Jason
Okay,
put on an intimidating voice for that too.
since
went
that
all-
is a
he went all
successful
in.
check, Bess, I'm gonna just grant that as advantage on yours. So as 6 says to you, sound intimidating. You get the idea. Pull out the dagger and you just slam it into the table. And like what's surprising, because the table is in very, very terribly worn condition, it just goes right through the table. And you're like, oh wow, that looked badass in your head. But you have this like grimace, and you're looking at this drow, and he looks actually a little frightened. You can definitely tell he's trying to hide it. He's keeping composed, but he's like, he just subtly like leans back a little bit.
As she does that, I turn back to him and I say, "She doesn't like you."
Probably.
Can I
because
growl
nearly
at him?
Killed her.
I'd like to growl.
I
at
don't
him.
like you either.
Oh God. Can you what, Bess?
Wanna growl at him.
You growl. I'm gonna let that. You growl, and it like 6, and it kind of surprises you. It like sounds like an angry animal. It's like Jesus.
Can rats growl? Is that a thing?
Sure.
Sure.
Before today,
They-
I
they
did not know
laugh
that
when you
cats
tickle
can
them.
growl. Sadie really growled. It was kind of scary.
Rabbits make funny growl noises. I didn't realize that until I cornered one under the bed and it went.
6, as the only one who's spoken his language, and now that I've double checked for sure, perhaps this is my fault. You are the only one who speaks Undercommon. He looks at you and says, "If you're gonna kill me, just do it. If I say anything here, I'm dead. If I don't say anything here, you kill me. Just do it."
Make me.
All right, so Jason's never allowed to be in charge of this.
He
I
kind of
look
like
at Jason and I go, so what's he
you
saying?
look at Jason. He breaks the fourth
Or I
wall.
look at- yeah.
I sort of sneer again in common. He's intimidated. He doesn't know what we're saying to him, and he's slightly frightened. I look back into his eyes.
He says back, No, he doesn't. Actually, he opens his mouth as if to say something and then doesn't.
I take the dagger out of the table, point it at him, and say what you're gonna say! But obviously he can't understand what I say, so...
He kind of, like, leans back as far as he can in the chair. Still just sat, rather compliant. Looks at the dagger. Looks up at you.
Before she eats your tongue, she'd like to hear you speak.
I wave the dagger around wildly. Frantically. Fanatically.
I'm not gonna roll an intimidation for this. So you're just being fucking wild. Just,
Alistair starts to get scared.
Yeah, Alistair, the blade comes like dangerously close to you at one point. You have to back up, and it really adds to the intimidation factor. You have to just like take a little step back, like okay.
I link up a mind channel to this guy and I go, she's fucking crazy. I'd watch it.
He looks around briefly and then hones in on you.
I point at me like this.
Yeah, he hones in on you. He's just kind of looking all over the room now, looking at Bess going frantic, looking at Six acting all like, we're evil. And like hearing Doran still having a panic attack in the other room. And he just like brings his head forward and buries his face in one hand on the table and just...
Very common when we beat someone and talk to them. This is what happens.
Yeah.
They try to figure out how.
They're like, you guys have a bounties on your head. And we're like, yay!
Yeah, we do.
Finally!
Because we're crazy.
Beat the living shit out of them. Killed his friends. He gets one-on-one with us and we're talking to him and he's like, how? How are you guys the most capable fighters?
He kind of, his chin still in his hand. He looks up at you Six. What's in it for me? If I tell you everything, I might have a chance of escape. But what's in it for me?
A chance of escape?
How do I know you won't just kill me when you're done?
If I wanted you dead, you'd be dead.
Right. But you need answers. And once
Can
I give those to you, for all intents and purposes, you'll want me dead.
Am I able to understand him?
You're kind of almost able to, like every now and then.
I have the mind link up, but he's saying it out loud.
I would say no.
Okay.
Well, that's actually an interesting. I don't need to get it. Never mind. There's this whole theory, you know, like some people.
Do I hear his inner monologue?
Yeah, like some people like literally kind of say, imagine their thought processes as sentences in their heads, and others don't.
I've seen that, and I do that. So
yeah,
that's kind of why I
yeah.
asked.
So like, if he was one of those people, or like, is this just like a failure of communication or something so articulate? Like, I'm going to say you kind of get the emotions, you get the intent of what he's saying, but you don't understand the words. You kind of can like understand how he's feeling when he like what the feeling in his words.
May I posit a question very, very quickly? This has always bothered me. When I think, I do tend to think in sentences, verbal sentences. I hear those in my head. What does a person born deaf, what does their monologue sound like?
I imagine something very similar to mine, where it's just more
A dial
abstract, very abstract ideas that lead to...
Animal noises.
No, literally just as I am speaking, there are just abstract ideas in my head of like the intent of what I want to say. There's no...
Gerbils.
Or like
Gerbils.
when I'm
Yeah,
thinking
no,
of, when I'm
it's
prepping
like
for Direwood, I'm not thinking in my head, it would be interesting if... No, I'm just like... The ideas of characters and the ideas of plot hooks and things are going through my head. There's no words in my head.
Question for the Dungeon Master Holden.
Yes. Maybe one relevant to the game.
Did I see the guy run away? I shot the lightning bolt at the guy before he ran away. Right?
Yes. In fact, you can still kind of hear the crackling of fire outside.
Did I get a good look at what he like that one specifically looked like?
I'm going to say, though I don't think this is specifically what this is supposed to be for, roll a history check. Just to try to, or you could roll history or perception. I could see either one, you know, just to see if you can kind of recall.
I'd like to do perception.
Yeah, go for it. That's
I have a much better roll than that.
Yeah. 16. You can remember he was rather lithe. His face was quite narrow. But he was very like toned. You can remember kind of like the body shape and the shape of his face. You don't remember any specific details, like if he had a scar here or anything. But if you saw like a lineup of 10 drow, you might be able to pick him out.
I would like to try to mimic as best as possible his appearance for my head and my upper chest, with my cloak changing for that.
Okay. You're not sure if it's like spot on, but at a glance, you're pretty certain it would look like him.
And then I would like to stick my head out of the door, and then as Doran, oh shit, this won't work. No, right before I do this, I want to say, get back here. I would like to stick his head out of the door and have my hand grab the top of his head and just pull him back.
Make a
So
performance
like,
check.
Just try to see if I can. Oof.
Okay. With a 9. Hold on. Okay. With a 9, Doran performs this little, this deceptive move real quick, and it would be great in convincing to a child. But you can kind of like hear, it's a small house, so you can hear where his voice is coming from, and it's like a mediocre magic trick, right? Like, yeah, it was kind of impressive, but like we know what happened. it wasn't that impressive. It wasn't
The one roll I wanted to be decent.
Yeah. Don't you have advantage or something when you're making certain roles, acting like someone else or something?
You're thinking of my feat of actor.
Oh, okay.
Actor, skilled at mimicry. You have advantage on performance checks when trying to pass yourself as a different person. That would be up to you but it would still be a 9. So
Yeah, I kind of just let you like be able to do that quite well with the perception check and all that. So yeah, the performance just pertains to actually making it look real. So not quite. The drow kind of looks over at this, scoffs, and looks back at his interrogators. And he looks back at you 6. If you give me some sort of assurance that I will live if I tell you what you want to know, I will tell you everything.
I can give you my word or something else that you may suggest. I have no other. I don't have anything else. I mean, what are you looking for from me other than me telling you that we will let you walk out of here? Oh, my webcam froze. Just enjoy this image for a few seconds. Thanks.
There we go. He looks around, and he looks at his staff that Alistair is holding. My staff. And when I am done answering all your questions, open the door. Give me my staff. I will answer all of your questions. Then I will teleport away and get a head start. So even if you did want to chase me, you'd have a very hard time.
Done. I say in common to the rest of my crew. I explain exactly what he just said.
Alistair, you have the staff.
And
I really like this staff, though.
As he says this, I would have walked out and sat down, but told 6, tell him I have counterspell ready. If he tries to do it sooner, I'll stop him.
I look to Alistair once more and I say, could we find you a different one?
I have my cane. I just don't want him to have this. He did throw a lightning bolt through me.
I understand, but he is alone now and we will murder him if need be.
I know.
I take out my second dagger and look menacing.
He is alone now, and he only has 6 health. It's fine. Yeah.
All right. I switch back to Undercommon and I say we agree.
He nods slowly, reaches out his
I
hand.
tap
for his
into
staff.
the link I have, and I say, if you do try to leave early, I will not hesitate to melt you.
I won't hesitate, bitch!
You see him kind of like.
And I'm not talking physically, I'm talking mentally.
Yes. You see him kind of like.
Oh, no, I mean, that's what I said to him.
Yeah.
You're like, not out. I know the mental link is up, but I say the words mentally.
Right.
Like,
I
psychic damage. Okay.
I
yeah.
understand.
Sorry, I didn't understand that. I understood that you understood.
I understand, but as you do this, he looks to you and you see him kind of like wince in pain, And he replies, I'm in no condition to try anything.
That's what they all say. Go ahead.
Okay. And he reaches out, takes his staff, and you see his shoulders just relax a little bit. He kind of clutches it. He looks to you, Six, expectantly.
I comply.
With what?
Oh,
I think
no,
you
I asked questions first. Sorry.
I comply. Okay. This is a weird interrogation.
You can go.
You just sit down across the table from. Okay, you first. Like.
Tell me
Did
about
the
yourself.
Queen hire you?
He looks to the amulet around your neck. Looks up at you. Nods.
How much? Just curious.
I'm kind of my own biggest fan.
I actually have to. I'm sorry. I have to look at my notes for that. That's a good question. It was. He looks to
Hi,
you.
Jelly Bean.
5,000 for all of you.
Okay, that's not bad. I reiterate that in common.
It's more than the other
$5
group.
grand for all of us. Yeah.
For alive or dead?
Was that alive or dead?
He looks over to Doran. And he says, in common, he like strains for a moment. In common, either.
Where? Don't they
I'd
normally
say,
pay more for
didn't matter.
alive?
It sounds like we've crossed over into dead is good enough territory.
Did we find out who put the bounties on us? Best would ask.
The queen is what he
The
nodded
queen.
at.
Queen.
Indeed. Okay, that tracks. I ask anybody if they have any specific questions they would like asked?
I want to
Do
know
you
his
have a
name.
dog?
All of our
Okay.
enemies now have dogs.
You ask, do you have a dog? In common, and he looks to you confused. And he says in common, dog.
I nod. Dog.
And he slowly
She would
shakes
like to
his
know
head.
if you have a dog. Okay. All right. Thank you.
I want to know his name.
I'll just presume from this point on, Six is just translating. He says,
Okay. Thank you.
Corvus.
Corbus.
Okay, give me a second to get my notes.
Will this be a question on next week's trivia?
How do I spell that?
It's in the chat.
Gotcha.
It's going down.
How did she hire you?
I've worked with her for some time. She knows how to get a hold of me. She always knows where I am. Direct contact, if that's what you're looking for.
Do you think this was worth it?
Given my track record, I thought it would be.
Elaborate on track record.
We've never failed.
Where?
How many people have you killed?
People,
not-
monsters, enough.
Where? The one who ran away. Where did he go?
I don't know.
Do you have any guesses?
No good ones.
Will he take your return as good enough? Will he attempt to track us down afterwards?
My return.
I'm sorry. You said we had never failed. I thought you were a group.
We are.
You know, when you return to him, will he take that as job's done? Everything's we've
No.
everything's over.
Does he have a dog?
I don't.
Does
know.
he? Oh.
We have never failed because if we did, we would die.
That's that's the pact. If you return to the queen, you will be killed.
No, because the missions she sends us on are all or nothing.
Oh,
Since
well,
we
this
lost,
one, I mean, you
I-
get to walk away, right?
that's the idea. That's the hope. And the only reason I'm speaking right now is because of that amulet. She can't hear what I'm saying. And hopefully, if I'm quick enough, she won't be able to track me down.
Okay.
He, on the other hand, does not have magic on his side. I give him 2 days. He's
So
crafty,
you would not,
but
you will not attempt to contact him. Is that correct?
absolutely not.
Understood. Okay.
Where can we find the queen? Where was your rendezvous point?
There is no rendezvous.
So how do you get the money?
She specified a drop point.
Where is the drop point?
I'm assuming somewhere in Shinebright.
He nods.
What's the fascination with Shinebread?
I wonder how many groups she's hired for the same mission.
All
Okay.
I knew going into this was that the last group she sent failed quite horribly, but she learned a lot about you and your abilities. Apparently, not enough. She was quite confident we could get the job done.
How scared of us is she?
I don't think scared is the right word, though she's hard to read. I think she's concerned. She has her own ideas of how Direwood should be, and you have very contrary ideas.
Do you think she'll agree to a meeting with us?
Good luck.
After taking out 2 of her mercenary groups, I hope so.
If she agrees to a personal meeting, it's either to kill you, or... honestly, I don't know. She is crafty. If she agrees to a meeting, I'd be very, very wary.
In your opinion, based on her attitudes and the words she used, is there any chance of a reconciliation, or is she just looking to have us done with?
As you ask this question, he kind of reaches back and pulls out like a water skin, starts sipping from it. Tastes like blood. I don't know.
Did he grab a water skin filled with blood?
No.
I think he meant his mouth tasted like blood.
Ah. That was... I'm not all here today.
I'm sorry, Six.
Thank
could,
you.
Could you repeat the question? Actually, could you repeat the question you asked?
Jason?
Jason.
Me?
Yes, the last one you asked.
Was there, based on her the way she spoke, her wording and her attitudes, did it seem like there was a chance for a reconciliation, or does she just seem to be completely done with us and want us gone?
Yes, you got okay. He does still say I don't know, but he thinks for a moment. Her attitude, though, it's changed. She. Do you know? They say. In the tournaments, if you are bested, it is proper form to root for those who bested you, because then at least you lost to the best.
Indeed.
So I will tell you, something has changed about her recently. I don't know what. She used to be erratic and unpredictable, but now she's more collected, ruthless. So perhaps it could be either one.
Interesting.
Are you afraid of her?
Everyone is.
I'm not.
You should be.
No. And I lean in a little closer. If I should be afraid of her, I'd be dead by now.
Thinks for a moment. I think you misunderstand. You don't know what she's capable of. I am a lackey to her.
Tell us more
What is
about
she
what she's
capable of?
capable of.
You seem to be well aware.
I have seen her perform magical feats unlike anything I've seen before. That tavern,
Like what?
the tavern down there, she made it herself. presumably in a day, with magic.
Is that rumor or fact?
Rumor mostly, but all I know is when she decided to set up shop below that old house, one day there was nothing but a small cave, perhaps an attempt at an escape passage. The next, a full tavern.
Alistair,
Yes.
how much truth is that? Your dad works there. You should know something.
How much of that would I know? I didn't really.
Alistair, actually, why don't you make a history check? I'll tell you, it's going to be a tough one because you're not super well versed with the New Republic, but you have had dealings with them. You know about them.
Yeah.
You've spoken with a million people.
Hold on, it's loading.
I've seen a million faces and I've rocked them all. Bon Jovi.
Oh, I love I actually don't like anchovies.
With a 12, you think, yeah, that tracks. You've heard crazy shit like that before, but you have no idea if it is just a rumor or not. But you think you might have heard that before.
I relay that.
Odd. Yeah. Leaning into him to talk to him, but using 6 as the translator.
Every time you lean in, he just like leans back a little bit. And kind of knows. He kind of looks like a little perturbed, like, as you keep leaning in, he looks over to 6. I thought we'd become a bit more friendly than this.
At this point, I believe I've heard him talk for a minute, correct?
Absolutely.
I mimic his voice. So, even though I can't speak Undercommon, so it takes away from this. But I'm assuming he can understand the tone.
Are you just mumbling words, like random phrases and words that you've heard, or are you talking in common?
It'd be in common.
Common, if you haven't gathered, he seems to understand common a little bit, like broken, he took a few classes in high school, but like,
Yeah.
because
But,
undercommon is very close to common. It's kind of like a more broken, guttural, darker common. So like he can kind of he probably gets the gist of what you're saying if you speak in common.
Yeah. But I mean, because I can't. If I'm copying him, I don't speak Undercommon.
Right. You can copy him, and he'll probably get the gist of what you're saying in common.
But he'll understand that I am saying in his voice.
Yes.
I'll lean in his voice. We have many talents not even the queen are knowledgeable of.
Continue, kind of like he's like kind of straining to lean back away from you at this point, and he says, "Like that one that you just performed."
I don't know what you mean. If my face slowly matches his, and my cloak matches his entire clothing.
If that's supposed to impress me, I was well aware of it before we attacked you. She is well aware of it.
I smile.
Yeah, you do kind of flaunt it around, Doran.
I smile and go, "There's more than this. This is just the parlor tricks."
So you have proved.
So, what's next for you?
Are you gonna get a dog?
Hopefully. Once you are satisfied. No, not hopefully the dog. Okay, never mind. Hopefully, once you are satisfied, I teleport out of the building. I become invisible, and I run as much as I can.
And
as
then
far
get a
as I
dog?
can. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'll do.
But I won't find you, and you won't kill me.
I suggest you get a dog.
I have no interest in pets.
Why not?
I'll guard you while you sleep.
I have
Anyway.
magics for that.
Okay.
Me too. He almost bit you.
So, now you've worked. How long have you worked with the queen?
Well over 10 years.
What is it that you would recommend that we do?
Run as fast as you can. Abandon Direwood. It is hers.
I don't see her name on it.
Not yet, you don't.
Is she going to write her name on the city?
No, quite the opposite. Whatever
She's gonna
form
write
of
the
civility
city
comes
and-
back to the city, if civility ever returns, she will be in the shadows running it.
No, I'll tell you what I think. I think she is a lost little girl with delusions of grandeur.
Do you know how old the queen is?
No. I know she appears young, but she has always appeared young.
For the last 10 years?
He nods slowly. In fact, she's gone through several different phases, but this one seems to be her favorite. The erratic behavior didn't start until she changed to this one. I don't know if it's just another persona. I don't know.
What are their faces? Do you know if she's had any connection with Light, the Commander Light from the Cloaked Rangers?
You see him actually like open his mouth and smile a little bit. That one is a fun mystery. That one makes her angry. Makes her
Very.
mournful. Whenever he is brought up, the person who brought him up is either silenced very quickly or is never heard from again.
Oh, you brought him up numerous times.
Perhaps
Maybe
one
that's
reason
why-
she wants to silence you. I
thought
don't.
it
The
was-
relationship ended that poorly.
I've heard
I
many
thought it was the
theories and whispers. Ex-lover, daughter, friend, ally, who knows? The nature of her changing and the mystery of her being here makes it very difficult. She very well could be 17, or she could be 12. I find it unlikely, actually. She very well could be 17, she could be 28, she could be 50.
Is she always a woman?
Yes. My theory, personally, is that she is actually as young as she seems. The mood swings just an overblown product of her teenage years passing. Though, that would make it very odd that I was dealing with her when she was only 7, 8. Appearing as an adult.
That would be odd.
I don't know.
Where does she get her magic from? Studied or born?
I've never seen her with a book. I can tell you that much. I don't know.
What do you know of her capabilities on divination magic?
They must be vast, because she always seems to know where I am. She always seems to know where everyone is.
Not us right now.
She knew we would be here.
She knew you would be coming. She did not know where or when, but she knew it would be soon, and she knew you would be coming. Me and my cohorts were very
Former
good
associates.
at former associates are very good at tracking. That part was left up to us, as since your signature disappeared, given your artifact, it's become more difficult. She has to rely on her many other means of gathering information to figure out where you are going and when.
Other
Did you
means of
guys-
information being scrying or a spy network of some sort? Sorry.
The rats, I'm assuming.
He looks puzzled for a moment, kind of looks up. I know she has dealt with the rats and has some sort of control over them to some degree, evidenced by the tunnels below the tavern, but I'd never thought of them giving her information. It could be, but I know she has a vast network of others.
She also is very capable of scrying whoever she wants to.
She must be.
Would I remember off the top of my head how long ago we defeated Zimmer?
I actually know exactly, but I will.
Alistair.
Well, actually, Alistair, you weren't there for that. You would.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you.
Oh shit,
I
that
don't-
throws all my shit into whack.
I
Oh,
would
fuck.
presume because there is so much downtime, 5 hours pass in your travels or whatever, I don't know how much the party would tell you, but I would presume you're at least loosely familiar with their previous dealings, with Six and Bess's previous dealings. And I think Zimmer has come up, so I will give you would know it was at least a few weeks ago, roughly.
I turn to the guy we've got and I ask him, how long ago did she become more of a dictator, brutal? Or a tyrant? Do we have those words yet in D&D? Is that a...
Sure.
Okay.
At what point did she turn full Trump?
Yeah.
At what
Whipped
point
out
did
the
her
Trump
skin
card.
start turning orange? He would think for a moment. I don't see her every day, but the first time I noticed it was at least a week ago.
A week ago?
At least.
Very recent.
Do we want to entertain the thought that Zimmer may have taken her over? I know you guys said you beat him, but you also said you guys beat him prior.
Indeed, we can never be sure that he's been.
Well, let's before we entertain that thought. Hey, would you say this is her change? Even though she's changed, it still seems on par for how she acts. Not major changes.
Mostly. It seems she's more in control of herself.
Would I know if Zimmer had any divination capabilities?
Yeah.
Would I know?
You would know he was
Zimmer
well versed
had
in most magics to some degree. You would know that personally.
Would I know if? Never mind.
Okay.
Could we entertain the fact that he didn't have control over her? Quite the opposite. He was the one who kept her erratic. And that by killing him, we got her mind back.
Interesting thought. Very interesting thought.
I don't like that thought, but it's there, and we have to stick with it.
I have only a few more questions for you. How susceptible is she to lying? Is she good at figuring you out if you lie to her?
She is as good at figuring you out if you lie as she is good at lying. Which is
That
very...
I was going to say that doesn't answer my question. I've never talked to her in any serious tone. Normally just flirtatious, just because that's how I talk to people. Have I mentioned you look really good in those pants? But better outside of them?
Translating, I do not say that.
I still wink at him, even though...
Yeah, so you just mentioned, and that sentence cut off halfway through, and you just wink, and he kind of one eyebrow up.
I do say, my friend is interested if you would be, or I'm sorry, my friend is curious if you would be interested in swapping pants at some point in the future.
He looks down at his own pants and looks over at Doran's, rather confused. I think his are nicer.
I look at Six and go,
Is this some sort of trick?
Things dirty, yeah. This conversation, this conversation has gone on longer than I thought it would.
You know what they say, walk a
Doran,
mile in
he
your
is
pants.
interested. Never mind.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
It's fine.
That's okay, for the best. So he continues, looking to the rest of you expectantly.
Any more questions, guys?
Would you consider getting a cat?
Oh my Lanta.
Any more real questions?
Did you guys have a name for your group of bandits?
Good call.
No.
Well, the spider had to mean something, right?
The spider is a reflection of my culture, not of my group.
Noted.
Culture
think
is
she's
getting
gonna find you?
squished.
What did you say, Blake?
Do you think she's gonna find you?
I give myself about a 50-50 chance.
Are
And
we done with our questions?
Are you from Gloucester?
No.
Okay.
Do you know how,
The other group was.
do you know how she's connected to Gloucester?
I'm certain she's had dealings with mercenaries from there. That's all. If there's more, I'm unaware of it.
Do you know of how many people the queen has hired with to come after us?
Not enough, apparently. No, I only know of the one group before you. I presume if there were more, she would have learned more about you, so we may be the second.
True that.
Well, probably not the last.
Almost certainly not the last, but if I may, I do believe we were the best she had. Unless she finds somebody else,
Oh. Shit.
then the next step would be taking care of you herself. Which,
All right.
he looks around, he looks hesitant to speak any further, but he says, if I may, I don't think you would survive her. Not her and her personal guards, anyway.
The last time we were in combat with her, she ran. Is that always her strategy?
I presume if she ran... Are you speaking about when Pettifer, the attempt on Pettifer?
Indeed.
I'm willing to bet. She didn't so much run as she did lose interest. She was there for Pettifer, not you. But I also know she feels exponentially more secure with her guards. And if she didn't have her guards with her, she would be far less likely to engage. And perhaps, yes, she might run. If you were to single her out alone without her guards somehow, maybe you'd have a chance. Maybe. But I know, and he looks at Doran, you are very confident. But I would urge you to curb that.
I lean in a little bit closer to him. Even more so.
He leans away again, just like, oh, this again.
The trick is to fight as if there's nothing to lose. She has something to lose. She's going to try to strike a bargain.
She usually does.
And that's the point.
What point?
You don't fight to win. You fight to make it so they have more to lose than you do.
Seems like that strategy would give them only more reason to fight harder.
It's worked for me so far.
I don't know what she might have to lose. The New Republic, her way of life, but I don't know. I don't think she has much. But again,
You
her
know-
lifestyle is very mysterious.
There's also the fact that if she loses, if there's even a chance of her losing, no one's going to respect her anymore.
Perhaps. If you put up a good enough fight and both parties were to survive, if you tried to take over the New Republic with that new respect, that new fear, you'd have a chance. But she's been in charge for a long time. There are those that are loyal to her because they are loyal to her. And there are those that are loyal to her because they fear her.
Sounds like a Trump supporter to me.
So where do you fit in?
I was loyal to her. No, I was never loyal to her. I was loyal to the coin she gave me. And believe me, it was a lot of coin. I don't know where she gets it, but she always seems to have a treasure trove behind her.
Interesting.
Many who are loyal to her for the sake of loyalty believe her a misunderstood, benevolent leader. Many claim she's very generous, but I think they're just bought out. To which I say fair enough. In a way, I was as well.
Are you going to change careers?
I hadn't thought of it till just now, but it might be for the best, considering if I no longer have my crew, and as a lone mage, I have my weaknesses. And
Well, is it
Try
true
being
you had your weakness?
try being cool to people. You might be surprised.
how do you think I made my crew?
I mean,
Make no mistake, I
They're all-
will miss them.
all right, I'm not pushing it.
I will probably do my best to blend in somewhere far away. If I start working
Have a
in the
good
same
time.
line of work, there's a better chance she'll hear of it.
If you do, and if our names ever come back up, turn it down. I hand him his staff.
He already had it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He already had the staff. I wink.
I kind of dust myself off a little bit and stand up after leaning into him. Well, it was
Hold on.
wonderful to meet you.
Alistair, you know what to do. You know what to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you guys are kind of wrapping up, he nods slowly, and then he grows quiet for a moment, and his eyes kind of dart back and forth a little bit. They grow a little wide,
Yes.
and he kind of looks down at the table. He nods. Doesn't say anything, Alistair, but he nods. Slowly gets up.
Before he goes,
Mm.
I'd like to cast non-detection on him, which means for 8 hours, he can be hidden from divination magic.
Okay. He kind of winces. He kind of like instinctively recoils as you. Is that a touch spell?
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of recoils as you go to touch him, but you touch his shoulder, and he sits for a moment, and a smile slowly creeps across his face, and he nods. I was going to say, if I walk out of here and live, I will never utter your names again. But I think I know now. It is done.
I have one more thing to say. And this is more of a friendly note. You are very talented. If, in the long run, we win, and Direwood is ours, I believe that you might have a home here, under new rule. I actually extend my right hand.
He looks down at it. He looks over at 6. Does 6 give any?
I missed what Doran said. Sorry.
Doran is extending his hand for a handshake and saying that if he ever has, if they win, if you guys win and Direwood is restored and whatever, that this man, that Corbus might have a home here. And then he extended his hand, and Corbus looks over at you 6.
Doran requests you place your penis in his
Oh
hand.
my
No,
god!
I don't say that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
See, this is why character voices are important, because if you had used like an accent or your character voice, there's no going back.
I translate appropriately for Doran.
Right. Okay.
And then I add it's not a bad place.
I will say, as you've been dealing with him for a month, he seems to be looking to you for confirmation. Like, this is a thing. I should shake his hand. Yes.
I say his offer is genuine afterwards, and I nod at his hand.
Rolling low on insight and not being able to know for sure, he tentatively extends his right hand.
I shake it hard enough that he knows like I'm being firm, but gentle enough not to hurt him.
And you can tell, like, he tries to kind of match you, but his strength is quite drained, and he nods
And it was
slowly.
Corbus, right?
Corbus.
Corbus. It was wonderful
Corpus
to meet.
Christi.
I wish we had met on different circumstances.
I'm starting to feel this same. Right then. Good luck. I do hope that you prevail. For my sake, and for yours.
I hand him back the invisibility potion that I found on his friend, and just nod, as in, like, you might need this. I don't know, whatever.
He takes it, nods. Very
I'm
well.
taking one out of my inventory.
I extend my hand to him, and I know I just rolled that for him.
Mhm.
And I kind of go back and I go, I know what I said. I don't plan on staying in Direwood. His offer is genuine. This is for thunderbolting me twice. I say slapping him across the face. And with the slap, I heal him with cure wounds.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do that at rank 3.
Okay. Yeah, as you slap him across the face, he kind of like recoils back and like he braces for the impact of like his weakened state, not being able to like hold himself up. And then he kind of, you see him stop for a moment, rub his cheek. What a strange group of new friends I've made in such strange conditions. Good luck.
If you need a place,
Perhaps we'll meet again.
If you want to walk out the door rather than teleport and save your magical energy, be my guest. Otherwise, good luck.
Believe it or not, that was the plan. And he begins walking out, and as he reaches the door, he turns around one last time. Please,
I'd like to kill. No, I'm kidding.
I rolled it.
Fireball.
No. He turns around and says, "Please heed my warning. Do not fight her. Not now."
Thank you.
Well,
I don't wish to have lost to second place, he says. He smiles, and he turns around and he begins walking. And as he like starts walking out the alley, you can hear his footsteps slowly start to pick up the pace and then slowly dissipate into the distance.
So,
does the invisibility spell hide your footsteps?
No.
Like make you silent?
No.
No. Okay.
It's all physical. Visible, rather.
You turn into nothing and just exist. Nice.
so with that being said, and I kind of sit down at the table. I, for one, honestly agree with him. I think we're way in over our heads right now.
Do you really?
I think I'd agree with that. This last attack really did a number on me.
That says
Like
rubbing
a
the
big
giant
number,
fucking
like a-
lightning scar on her arm.
Big ouch.
And if she is stronger than that man by a lot,
But we also can't just leave ourselves open to having every bounty hunter in.
Precisely.
Where are we? Fears Reach coming after us?
I'm sorry?
We do find ourselves in an interesting spot.
In,
Sorry, go ahead.
In Fierce Reach, yes, Fierce Reach is the continent, the landmass. The area.
we can reach out to her and ask if we can strike an accord.
Were we to give her too much time, she will find another army, if necessary, to do what these four failed to.
I want to get my father out of there. I'm sure if we explain the situation to him, he'll understand. But the last thing I need is for another family member to perish.
I think that's fair.
Does that mean we should go and find your father then? Or do we need disguises to get in there now?
We all have those fake glasses with mustaches on. Hi, our name is Jim John.
Doran has
Jimmy,
like a
and
perfect
Jane.
disguise. He looks like a
No,
completely different person.
no.
The rest of you just have that.
Oh, if they do that, Doran goes, "Yes, I have the perfect disguise." Rubs his upper lip, and there's just a full-grown handlebar mustache. No one will recognize me. Otherwise, look identical.
Yeah, just the mask, but you actually like make it.
Where did Doran go?
Who's Doran?
The name is Oren D.
Oral B. Got it.
The name is Toothpaste.
God damn it.
The name's Tooth. Toothpaste.
Yeah, the name's Paste.
Paste.
Toothpaste.
Toothpaste.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm honestly not worried. Well, I am worried about him, but I know my father can hold his own. Maybe not against the queen, but I'm sure he could take on those two guards. Have you seen how ripped he is?
He is pretty
I
jacked.
have. He is
he's a sexy man.
definitely attractive.
Okay,
Alistair, are you
odd.
trying to
but-
hook your father up with one of us?
Dibs.
Every day I wonder why I stay with you guys.
I also wonder that.
First I get bullied all the time. It's not a first, it's still happening.
I look at Six very confused by what he means.
Bullying?
I've never bullied a man in my life.
Doran, even if I didn't know you, I would not believe that wholeheartedly.
I've never bullied Alistair in my life. I've also never lied and cheated him and pretended to be his dead wife.
His dead wife?
I have a dead
Alistair's
wife.
dead wife?
I put my hand on Alistair's shoulder. I'm sorry to tell you. But when you were drunk the other night, you proposed to me in a woman costume. And I died inside.
Doran,
Hey.
no.
So the no on the whole thing, or just
I
the
make it a
marriage?
point not to get drunk in front of anybody. Except for the night in Boiling Boy, but you weren't there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna have Doran roll like a deception check with a like disadvantage or something, but you haven't seen Alistair drink like at all. He knows
have-
this.
I kind of lean in a little bit. Well, is it a hard no on marrying me then?
I'm gonna go with yes.
As this conversation has been derailed, can all of you roll a d6 for me?
I can think about it, but I don't know if I want to.
Can I opt out?
I want to.
I can want to, but I don't know if I can think about it.
I can roll it for you if you'd like.
I did it!
Yay!
All right, Alistair, roll a d6. Another d6.
Hey. Another one?
Oh. He's the one.
Great.
He's the
Alistair
one.
bursts into flames for no fucking reason.
Okay.
Oh!
So
Oh, not really happy.
you guys were discussing what to do next.
I want
We weren't at all.
No, well, not anymore. But
Jason, what does JILF mean?
Jason, I'd like to fuck.
Oh, okay. That's kind of what I was hoping it was, but I just wanted to make sure.
Jason
You know
is
that
the
works for
only
both
Jill
of you
for
in the
me.
relationship? Jane and Jason?
Oh, it does work.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's great. We should just get a sign or tattoos or something.
Matching
I
Jill
am gonna-
tattoos.
I'm gonna highly suggest you run it by her and tell me what happens.
So,
You know.
you guys.
Bess wants to look out any windows and peek out the door to make sure there are no other ambushers around.
Why are you doing that, Bess?
Because we got ambushed
Okay, roll a
and I
perception
got
check.
knocked down to nothing.
Roll a perception check.
She's got a point.
Not gonna lie, I was gonna do that as they were talking, but I didn't get the word in.
That's all right.
What am I rolling?
Perception. As Bess is checking, Bess, you don't notice anything. You look outside and it's still that calm, dead emptiness. You don't hear rats or anything, which is a little unnerving, but coast seems clear.
Ugh.
Like, alright. Is that a thermos?
No, it's a water bottle.
Trying to get
Do
you.
we want to go to the New Republic still, or did we want to head back to Shine Bright? What are we
I-
thinking is next for us?
I am of the thought that we should not go to the New Republic.
Right. Whereas, I feel like maybe it's time. Bess? What is your opinion
On where to go?
on our next step?
Dead.
I'm gonna sit down on the table, not on the chair, on the table, and take some time to think.
Fair.
So, are you two both of the mind that we should be running into combat still?
I feel like, as I said earlier, we're at a slight advantage at this single moment. She hasn't had time to recover from this loss. She hasn't had time to hire anyone else to seek out additional higher level help. I feel like this is potentially an opportunity.
At
It's not
six,
an opportunity we should lose. Yes, go ahead.
at 6 saying that, I'm gonna whip out the scrying orb and see if I can scry on the queen.
Okay.
See what she's up to.
Haven't you already done that earlier today?
I thought I did it the day before.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Go ahead. You whip out the crystal ball.
Yes.
And she's gonna be there for 10 minutes. Right? I think it is. It's still the 10-minute. It's not instantaneous, right?
Yes.
Okay. So she's gonna be there for 10 minutes. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Looking outside.
Okay, just keeping watch.
Keeping watch. Looking towards the other two and just going, I'm a little sad all the time with this thought that I'm gonna die. Because Six, you said you're gonna protect all of us, and Bess almost just died.
I will do everything I can. We have no guarantees.
If we die? What happens to Direwood?
It's an interesting question. Without
This
its
is the god we could ask.
dearest rat god.
The city is mine. Yes.
I think potentially in this case, Doran, we are our own gods. We need to determine ourselves based on our own intuition, our own knowledge, how to move forward. And if we are able to push a new world in the direction of our vision, I think that's something that we should fight for. If we don't fight for it, we will continue to exist as we have been, slowly dying in a dead city. If we fail, that existence continues, and there is no loss. But if we succeed, the changes felt throughout the region would be immense. I feel the gain is much greater than the risk of continuing to do nothing.
So, Six. Why the high stakes for you? Why here? Why is this? You could have gone anywhere else after you.
It's a fair question, Doran. I feel very connected to Direwood. It is the place that I was born twice. And the second time, it killed her. I don't know why. But in the same vein that I would hope to avenge a fallen mother, blood mother, I intend to do the same for my city. This is my fight, it's not your fight, and I understand that. And I understand that any of you at any moment could leave. That's a fear I live with every day. But continuing not to move, continuing not to try, leaves us exactly where we have been. It leaves Direwood exactly where it has been. It leaves priests exactly, well, I mean, priests is in the sky now, so it's not exactly where it has been. But the point is, nothing changes. And that, to me, is hell.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hi.
you DC'd for a second.
That was
Oh,
weird.
did I? I
No,
said
no,
that's,
no.
that's-
Blake
Oh,
did.
Blake DC. Gotcha.
Yeah, he hates you. No, I'm kidding.
As Six is explaining himself, Doran, I will have you go ahead and make that perception check as you were also watching. And Bess, I'm taking you to Secret Secrets.
Thank you.
Now, as she rolled a 12 as her total, you take a moment to look into the crystal ball and focus on her image and her likeness, and you feel your consciousness ripped away from you, pulled into the orb, and pulled into a cozy space, a lavish chair with the queen sat upon it, leaning back, reading a book, the title of which you can't see, but she appears to be reading very casually, very quickly, actually. She doesn't speak for the first minute or so, but after just a minute, you see her flip the page like twice, and she's just going through it. After a minute, you do hear her go, "Yes. Oh, I'm not worried. No. He's not my problem anymore." But you can't hear the other voice speaking to her, but you can tell this is some sort of conversation. You see her kind of like turn her head back, shrug, turn back around. Another couple minutes of her just very quickly reading through something. And since you have nothing else to look at, you notice the book itself, though you can't tell what it is. You kind of like read some of the lines. You can tell this is a book you've seen before. A book called A Brief History of Direwood. And she's just flitting through it. A few more minutes pass. And you hear her go, "Nora? Yes. No, I don't. No. If they show up, we'll take care of them." "No, I don't think so. Not tonight, anyway." "Right. Thank you." Another few minutes of her just flitting through this book, and eventually your vision is slowly pulled away back into the orb and then back into yourself.
Cool. A Brief History of Direwood. What can you tell me about that?
The book is essentially a recently written by an anonymous author, a book about how Direwood used to be, some of its old laws, some of its old culture, some like political structures throughout the years, and then there's a chapter written on the fall of Direwood at the very end. It is kind of just a brief history of the political, cultural, and the political and cultural aspects of Direwood and the growth and then final destruction or falling.
Hang on. I'm trying to write everything. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. That's great. I do think you have come across this book before, or other party members have had it and you knew they had it. I don't think you've ever read it yourself.
Okay. Also, does this count as a short rest since we're sitting around doing nothing? Or no, because we didn't specify?
Not yet.
Okay. Political and structural culture of Direwood. What else did you say? Oh, the fall of Direwood was included in that as well?
Yep, the last chapter is about the fall of Direwood.
Did I miss anything?
No, political, cultural structures, economy, growth. It is, you know exactly what the title advertises, A Brief History of Direwood, like scaling back all the way to the beginning with folklore of how Direwood was founded. And you actually know from Sam that it's not entirely accurate. But within the last couple hundred years or so, you imagine most of the accounts are.
Cool. And she when she said the name, it was Nora, as in Nora?
Yes.
Do I recognize that name at all?
Roll. Actually, no. I don't think you. Oh God. See, this is where it gets complicated with you joining in partway through and being a rat for a long time.
I'm
I don't-
assuming if I was there as a rat, I would know.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
be
yeah.
Sitting around doing nothing.
I'm trying to remember like when the rat came in and when like, if you did, it would be from a long time ago in campaign. And frankly, I don't think so.
Okay.
Any other clarifying questions?
You said that she was in a cozy room on a lavish chair. Did I recognize the
Yes.
room at all?
No, you did not recognize the room. It was very out of place. It appeared to be. I'm sorry, I meant to describe that more. It appears to be like she's in a cozy room with a nice ornate rug below her. She's in a cozy cushioned chair with fine crafted woodwork. And you could tell it was lit by torchlight. There was like flickering lights on her face. And it just, you perceived it as very cozy.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. We'll bring it back.
Oh, and how fast was she reading?
She was reading like a page every 30 seconds. She was zooming through it.
Cool. Thank you.
They're in 7th.
All right.
That's cool.
Doran, with a perception check of 10,
Wow, way to intrude on the moment. No, I'm kidding.
it does, the coast continues to appear clear. With 10, though, you do notice, just looking out, you kind of hear, it sounds like maybe the rat activity is returning to the area. You hear chitters off in the distance. But eventually, Bess does return. She was kind of slumped over on the table, just holding the crystal ball. And then she comes back up after 10 minutes.
Yes.
What did I miss?
6 went on a large rant, and I actually learned more about him in the last 5 minutes than I've known in the past. How long have I been with you guys?
3 days, Doran.
When does dried meat expire?
You
What?
have been with the
October,
party,
Doran.
You would know for, if you count today, 15 days.
I've been with you guys for about 15 days.
Really?
I look right at 6. When does dried meat go bad?
October.
That's not a month.
That is a month. October's a month.
Not
Not
this
in the
game.
D&D.
Oh, you're right. Septembrine? Is that a month? I don't remember. Next month, Doran.
Celestibella Bethabel.
Do you
Celeste
want
Bella
Nice.
Decibel?
do you want a random month?
No, I just say next month.
Okay.
I go, oh, good. I have a lot of it stored away.
You have some time.
Okay. Do you know where I stored it?
Doran, do we want to know where you stored it?
Not gonna ask, buddy.
It's fair.
I'm okay not knowing.
Where were we?
All right,
Do
fine.
any of
Where'd
you guys
store
have-
it, Doran?
Yes, Bess.
Do any of you guys have the book A Brief History of Direwood on you?
Nope.
Do I?
Anyone?
I believe that he walked away with it. Or gave it to Sam. Doot, doot.
Okay, so no one has a
Oh.
copy?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's all right. Wait, do I?
Does anybody have a copy of this book I have?
I don't think I do.
She was just flexing on you guys.
Do you guys have this book? Well, I do. So,
I really need to read this. Do you guys have this? Damn! so much I could read this.
I don't.
That
we
would
should
be good.
all honestly get together sometime and play Jackbox. I feel like that'd be fun as fuck.
I would love that. I have a couple of them. Yeah.
I have all of them.
Right.
We could turn that into a fucking
Sweet.
YouTube series.
I'm
There,
flexing on you, Jason.
dipshits playing Jackbox Part 1.
We're getting off track.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I know.
We are
Sorry.
getting off track. Apologies. I don't. Yes, I don't have one.
That's all right.
Is that a book? Who wrote that?
Do I know who wrote that? Did I see that?
Good
Hold on.
question.
You know it's an anonymous author.
It's an anonymous author.
That doesn't help me. No, I'm sorry. I don't read very often.
That's okay.
I know.
I'd like to get my hands on a copy at some point. So next time we're in Shine Bright.
Or that library, I say, making magical gestures.
Oh, you mean with the
Magical
giant
gestures.
spider that you elected to leave behind, despite my arguing?
That one.
Okay. Okay. It's okay.
Okay. Where should we go? What should we do? Did we decide? Did you decide that? Did you talk about that?
We have not made a determination as to where we're heading next.
From what I scried on the Queen, if they show up, we'll take care of them. I don't think so. Not tonight, anyways. She was speaking to someone named Nora. So I don't think they're expecting us. If we are going to go there, we'd have the element of surprise. But she did say we'll take care of them, which probably that isn't promising. But
That's true. That is true.
also, she
I'll-
reads like super fast. She was reading A Brief History of Direwood, and just like reading like a page every 30 seconds. Like maybe she's just skimming it. I don't know, but like.
Yeah,
Wow, that was fast.
Just side note, Six, you would know because you've seen this book before. I think Sam had a copy, Zilfer had a copy. You would know. That's a dense book.
Okay. Thick book.
So if we were to go to the New Republic, the Queen is not expecting us. Also, I don't think she was there. She was in a really cozy kind of room. It didn't look familiar to me at all.
Was she in a chair? Do you remember if it looks like the chair that we saw in the cove, the Crystal Coves?
Holden?
Because I know you pointed out that the chair was very nice.
Bess,
I
actually.
mean, you did describe it as a lavish chair.
Yeah, it is very similar. It was very similar.
Come to think of it, it was very similar. Very similar.
She might be in the caves then.
Fuck you,
Nice.
Clara.
Battlestar. That's
I sat in that chair. It was a very nice chair.
The room itself was lit by torches. Holden, were there windows at all? Did
Not
I
that
see?
you could see.
I could not see any windows. There was an ornate rug on the floor. There was fine woodwork. Was that like on the walls, babe? Or like
No, the chair was made with fine woodwork.
the chair was made with fine woodwork.
I'm so sorry. There's one more detail I failed to mention. It is
Yes.
important that you would have noticed. You would have heard. It sounded like there was a gentle pitter patter of rain.
There was a gentle pitter patter of rain. Sorry, I'm putting it in my notes.
And Doran, this is on to you as you're looking outside. It's not raining.
Guys, I have to tell you something very important.
What is it?
It's not raining.
Can you tell us where it is raining?
I lick my finger and I stick it out the window. Not here.
All right. Does
Honestly,
a 14 hit?
if
I'm
she's
kidding.
in the caves, stalagmites and stalactites, caves are damp.
They're damp, but they don't tend to emulate the pitter patter of rain. Those drips and
Those are
drops
right.
are very slowly over the course of decades. I'm not sure. If it did in fact sound like rain, I mean, did it? When you say rain, was it rain on a roof? Was it rain sort of splashing in a puddle nearby outside? Was there?
It was a gentle pitter patter.
It was rain.
Gentle
Best.
patter.
It was rain as if like like a really relaxing rain. As if you guys are in this building that you're in right now, it started lightly raining, just like against wood.
Okay. So potentially not the caves then. Potentially.
Like you know the rain sound effect in every lo-fi beats to relax / study to ever. It's that.
Ah. Sorry.
Holden,
That's
all I
actually-
can think of is two-sit violin.
Yep. yeah.
Ah.
So,
Why?
I had crumb that I was unprepared for. Just ignore me. It's fine.
I try not to because you're amazing and I love you.
so what are you guys doing?
It's a good
Well,
question.
They're not expecting us. She's not even there. So, it's pointless.
What?
If she's not even there, what's the point of going?
To get Alistair's father?
But she'll know we're there by her spies. And I don't know if we're welcome there if people are going to attack us on sight. And you look a little hurt.
You do raise a good point. Are we headed back to Shinebright? Do we want to go back to the mill, visit the rats?
I say that you guys let me go get my father. I'll meet back up with you.
And if you die,
I die.
There have been times in the past when we've split up and it hasn't worked out the best for everyone. Are you sure you'd like to take that task on yourself?
I have a way of getting out.
is it running really fast?
No. It's
Um,
a good plan, though, I think. Probably.
okay, Doran. If you need to contact us, can you do a mind link?
What?
Sorry. I say if you need to contact us, can you do your mental?
Oh, I
mental...
thought you said, hey, Doran, if blank.
did.
And I was like, waiting
Oh,
on
I said Doran. My apologies. Alistair.
No, that's
can
only
you-
that's a, not short range, but it is in proximity.
Okay.
I have my
Alright,
methods, trust me. I say that we just rest for the night somewhere that we can lock up and barricade, and then we go our ways tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm not sure here is the best place to... Okay.
Why do you think we should rest?
Because... Oh, where?
Just
Oh, I thought you said why, and I was like, we can give a few reasons. Honestly, I don't know. I say we find a 2-level house and take the top, barricade the bottom off.
Holden, can you switch us to a map?
To a map. Oh, like the map of Direwood?
No. Never mind.
Okay.
you sounded so sad, Holden.
I'm just
Which you should be.
you guys don't know what you're doing.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we're
poke my
doing
head
it.
out of the door and look for any 2-story houses.
Okay, I mean just kind of peeking out, you can see would there be any? Yeah. The one, let's see, directly north of you, there appears to be some sort of second story, a small one.
Let's go over there and make sure there's no rats, and then take the top floor.
Okay. As you guys head out and head over, as soon as you open the door, just blasted with the scent of fucking rat, and it is it looks like whoever lived here was a bit better off, finer furnishings and just rat excrement everywhere, and it's just disheveled. But yeah,
Clean?
as Doran kind of just prestidigitations as you go, you guys make your way around, looking around. You are able to find a staircase that leads up into a roughly like 15 by 15 upper room, where it's a bit less terrible. And if you would like, I was gonna say, if you guys wanted to take a short rest, you would only have to, given the severity of the last fight, maybe another half hour. So if you guys want to just spend another half hour in here, you could take a short rest.
Let's do that.
That
Well, yeah,
doesn't
I'd like to-
replenish
I'd love to
my
rest.
spell slots.
But so
And how many? We talked about this briefly in chat at one point. We had been potentially calculating short rest HP incorrectly. Is that?
oh yeah,
is that
at one
correct?
point I found out your long rest I think only regenerates up to half of your your hit die,
Two half.
but you guys have
Okay.
had you haven't taken a short rest in a while, so you should have all of your hit die right now.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Or was it you can only use half? I don't recall.
I gotcha.
But I think you're good for now.
Well then. Fine, I guess I will just take a short rest.
So you spend just a half hour, catch your breath, lick your wounds, patch yourselves up in this upper room. As you can see out a small window, it is beginning to grow a bit dark in Direwood.
Dark and dire.
Oh, is it going to start to rain?
It appears as though dusk is beginning to set in.
But no rain?
No rain.
Honest question? Okay.
Doran spawns his 5 floating globules of light.
Yep. So in an atmospherically lit room with soft music playing, you guys spend a half hour recuperating and feel a bit better. What's next?
So, are you just gonna go there, Alistair, and hope not to die?
I do that most days everywhere I go, but yeah.
Because I do not feel comfortable going there.
You don't
But-
have to.
If the party goes as a whole and it decides not to split up, I will go with.
We don't have
I'm-
disguises. I'd say if Alistair goes, it might be best for him to go by himself.
Or with
Actually,
me.
hold on. Can you secret to get me with you for a second?
I can and will.
Sorry.
Bye.
What's up?
Would I have been able to read the book, at least part of the book, and swap a spell in that time, or no?
Not in that time, no.
Okay. Gotcha. Shit. Okay, never mind. Thank you.
Okay.
Fucking love it. Oh, the
I
back.
fucking love it too. What are we talking about?
My cubes?
Excellent. So
Beautiful, luscious locks.
what are you guys doing? Are we splitting up? Are you guys heading to the New Republic?
I look at Bess. I guess I'm. The thing is, if we're not all together, that amulet, I point at it on 6, does not help us at all.
That is a point and a half, Alistair. What do you think?
Yeah. I need time to read a book too, to hopefully learn some new magic. So maybe now isn't the best time.
Okay. Okay. So,
Bess, you've talked to my father before, haven't you?
I mean, talked is a relative term.
Yeah.
Would you be able to send him a message?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want me to say?
I'm thinking about that. Hold on.
Tell him that you love him.
No, that would make it seem like I'm dying.
Tell him that I love him.
No.
Don't
Tell him
worry,
that-
Doran, I've got you.
6 loves
I'd like
him?
to order eggs.
Yes.
Thank
tell
you,
him,
Jason.
Tell him I would like one warm cup.
One egg.
I would like one cup of warm alcohol waiting for me.
Let me think about what to say. We can keep moving. I'll have you send it when we figure out what we're doing next.
So what are we
Okay.
doing next?
Should
I think what
we?
you're doing
Should
next
I
kinda
also
depends on the message.
True.
Should I also message the commander and see what he thinks our best course of action would be?
That's a good idea, Beth.
I guess that would be a good option. Light. I can call him that because we're friends now. Would
Yeah.
probably appreciate a little update from us.
He does hate when we go radio silent.
He also hates radios because they don't exist.
That's true. He thinks they're spirits from another dimension.
Where's
Okay. What do we
where's
want to tell? What do we want to tell Light?
I'm typing.
Commander.
I'm typing it.
He's typing.
6, you're closer to Light than I am, and I have talked a lot, so you can come up with a message for Light.
All right. Sounds good to me.
So, how you doing, Holden?
And how many words do we have?
Just waiting. 25.
25.
Just waiting.
Just
Huh?
waiting.
I'm also waiting. What are we waiting for? Are we waiting together? It's like a couple thing.
Is something happening here?
I'm trying to distract you. Is it working?
No.
I put it in chat. That should be 21 words.
I
Who's
love
that
you
to?
would make it to 24.
I love you, Dad would be 25.
From
on the nose.
Alistar. Alistar. I said my name wrong. Whoops.
And who is that to?
Isaac.
Yeah, me.
That's to his dad.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and send that, but I'm gonna add something to the end.
So I meant to put from Alistar.
So that
Oh,
brings you
then
to
I won't add
23.
anything to the end.
Damn.
Sorry,
Okay.
what were you gonna add?
I was gonna say also Doran loves you.
I'm glad I added what I added.
Okay, so Bess, you'll be casting the sending spell
Yes.
and directing it to Alistair's father, the barkeep in the New Republic Tavern.
Yeah.
Okay?
Daddy Alistair.
And
Papa
you will,
A.
And you will be
I
saying,
would tell you his name is Garand.
there have been multiple hits on us, and we've survived, but you need to get out. I can meet you nearby. From Alistair.
Yeah.
And Bess.
From Alistair and Bess, okay? Alright, and because it is sending, you don't need to say this out loud, he can respond. And he responds to you, so I've heard.
Nice.
Hard for me to leave, would draw too much attention. Don't think that's a good idea. Good luck, though. Stay safe.
I relay that.
Alistair goes, what a fucker.
6 suggests these 25 words. What do we think?
No!
No? Okay.
That's a no for me, dog!
Alright.
As he
Well-
suggests that, Doran straight up looks at us and goes, don't send that.
Don't worry, I didn't even consider it.
I mean, that says a lot. What else? What do we think?
6.
Yeah.
6.
Cheap totes fucked you in another form.
Let's start with the first
Undeniable
problem.
at this point.
Let's start
Yes.
let's start with the first thing. The first 4 words are wasted. They know it's
Oh.
us.
Alright. We get 4 more, that's fine. Let's I'll edit this. Okay.
So I think we need a better attention getter.
So far this is where we are.
Queen stronger than anticipated. are
Four
the 4.
more words here.
All right.
You're just
Okay.
the worst.
Queen stronger than anticipated, I understand.
Let me come up with an iteration using the same words, same
Alright.
idea, same sentiment.
I think
That's fine.
I think Holden might be waiting.
Wait, well no, we're discussing what we're saying here, obviously.
Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Mm-hmm.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Holden, while they're fucking around with this, can I go pee real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll be right back.
Last time I put Jason in charge of a message.
Hey,
To be fair, Jason wasn't in charge of the message. 6 was.
Okay, I've got a 20-word message that I want to send.
Oh,
I don't think it was that bad.
Let me delete my message.
Oh, tell me what you've
too
got.
late, too late. I hit the delete
No!
button.
You what?
I have deleted you, Jason.
Me?
Yes.
Bess, what are
Was
you
this the
saying
last
to the
drop?
commander?
Jason, can you wear a green shirt for your stream tonight?
I'm gonna say, hang on. Getting it up. Okay. So we've got Bess here. New Republic and Queen aren't safe to pursue at this time. We need to strategize. Returning to Shine Bright.
Okay.
6 out.
You guys see 6 out. Yeah, you guys see Bess perform the spell, and she's silent for a few moments, saying that in her head. And Bess, you get the response in your head. Understood. Return safely. Let me know if you need backup. Use flares.
Thank you.
Oh, use flares if need be.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that message one more time so I can type it out in my note?
I think he said understood.
Get back safe.
Get back, basically return safely. Let me know if you need backup. Use flares if need be.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. So
I guess we're heading back to Shine Bright.
How long does it take to get back to Shine Bright?
Let's see. Let's go to our revamped handy dandy map.
Wow, I've never seen this map before. It's really cool. I'm really proud of what you've done, Holden.
Thanks. And I just wanted to point out, in case anyone didn't know, I did do this to the scale to exactly a mile. Hold on. That's not showing up on stream. I want to show that off. Right. I did do this to exactly a mile.
Wow, that is really cool, Holden.
Okay,
I am
anyway.
very
Good job,
proud.
Sugar.
Thanks. Okay, so you guys,
You.
we're just here at Market Square. A direct route would be approximately 7 miles. So it should take you, going through the streets or whatever, probably a few hours.
Around what time is it?
But now it's probably about 6-ish.
I say we start going. I think we can make it if we're safe and quiet and
All right.
really, really don't dawdle. Just focus on getting where we need to go.
Let's
What do you
do it.
guys think?
I think that sounds as good a plan as ever.
God damn it. I muted myself before I left. I did moan and make sexual noises at seeing the map. It is really good, but you didn't hear it, so there you go.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Claire's gonna go take some medicine and stop talking. My throat is on fire.
Okay. So you guys are going to be
Put it
making your
out.
way from this point here, approximately, where I'm pinging. Here, let me do this. Make it a little easier to see. About here, to Shine Bright. What is your path? Who is leading? And are you going stealthily? Are you going as fast as you can? What's the move?
I would suggest we move quickly for Bess's sake. She is hurt, and we have to get out of here quick.
Okay.
Indeed.
So
If-
take the streets and run.
Making our
Best-
way downtown,
Best-
walking fast.
Bess in the
People-
middle. I'd say 6 front. No, yes, 6 in front. Bess,
I
Alistair,
can bring up the rear.
Alistair, and Doran in the rear. Me in front of Alistair, because if need be, I can try to get her out of there.
Okay. So you guys are gonna go for a jog back to Shine Bright just as quickly as you can through the streets. As you leave the building and start making your way, 6 as the leader, you're going to be setting the pace. Would you roll survival for me?
Sure. I think I'm okay at that.
Oh, I really don't like how low my spell slots are.
Oh, good. I am okay at that.
Dude, I'm completely out of sorcery
Okay,
points.
23.
I have 1 spell left of level 1,
Alright.
2 of level 2, and 1 of level 3.
6 begins expertly weaving through the streets, taking alleys where he can, and setting a quick pace. The rest of you have a hard time keeping up, but are able to. He is able to keep a pace that all of you can withstand. Everybody please roll me a d6.
Do I have to?
If you don't, I will. And I'm going to have to roll one for Clara.
I rolled a 1.
Clara rolled a 3.
That's more than a 1, Holden.
4.
Oh,
What? Who rolled? Wait, what?
I'm sorry, what am I rolling?
1d6, not 2d6. I don't know what Jason's doing.
Having fun?
No, not allowed here.
Jason things.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Okay.
It's been a long day.
Both Doran and Alistair, I need you guys to roll d6s.
Oh.
Again.
Oh no. Oh. Ooh.
Okay.
He has it set up so if I roll low then high, I die.
Okay. As you guys are quickly making your way through the streets of Direwood, you actually come across on your way what appears to be the remnants of some sort of battle, with a couple of cloaked rangers and a few rat corpses, a few corpses of other adventurers, New Republicans possibly, and all their equipment is there. There's just a bunch of stuff, all this battle, the remnants of it, weapons, who knows what else. Would you like to stop at it, or are you just gonna keep going?
Does anyone
Nah,
any
Six would
survivors?
stop. Yeah, 6 would immediately stop and look to see what's going on, see if there are any survivors, see what's up.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Oops, sorry, I rolled double.
Twice, it's all right. With a 9, you can tell that they're all dead. There are three thugs perhaps all dead, 2 cloaked rangers, and like half a dozen rats. And it is, you're not sure what happened here, but they're all dead. That's what you can tell.
Do the Rangers have? I don't know if we've ever covered this. Do they have dog tags or anything of
No.
that sort? Can we tell who they are? Okay.
Not really. You don't recognize them, but
Okay.
they do have all of their equipment on them. They do have their cloaks. They have,
How about the thugs? I'll do a quick search, see if I can tell.
with a 9.
Just do that.
Yeah, we're going with
Okay.
your 9. What are you trying to tell?
See if I'll focus on trying to tell if I can tell if they're from the New Republic.
Sure. Okay. You can roll a new investigation then, actually. Okay, with a 14, it's hard to say. A couple of them have a lot of tattoos though, and some of them are reminiscent of tattoos you've seen in the New Republic. So probably.
Okay. Might be New Republic.
Can I also roll something to see if I know anybody from the New Republic is there?
Let's see if you recognize them.
Yeah.
You can make an investigation check.
Damn.
As far as you can tell, no. Though they're pretty mangled.
6, best is hut. We should be moving quickly.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay. You guys keep moving at a quick pace, and as dark truly sets in, you arrive in Shine Bright, probably around 9:30ish, 10 p.m. And the
Time it
guards,
is now.
the two guards that sit at the front post greet you. To see you're not in the best of shape, and usher you in.
I would like to hang back a little bit as they walk in. Are these the same I talked to?
No, not the same two.
Do they seem to like relax once everyone but me is gone? Like the word's been spread?
A little bit. I mean, they like stand at attention and welcome you, and once the 3 of them go in, you kind of linger a little bit. They relax a little bit, but they're looking at you a little quizzically.
I was told earlier today that there were some off-duty people gathering for drinks.
Typically.
Can you tell me where? I'd like to partake.
That tent right over there, actually.
Thank you, guys. I kind of jogged to catch up with Alistair and tell them, hey, I'll catch up with you guys later.
Okay, are you
All right.
taking that off?
I'm gonna go, better get to know some of the people here.
As you will.
I know, and I'll head
Best
to the...
Six sort of chuckled in a nervous way.
Okay. So as Doran splits off, all of you probably in a huff. You got here in a hurry. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, I would actually like to report to Light, see if he's up, and let him know that there was, I guess, a patrol group, ambushed or came across something in the in Direwood and was killed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, tell him about the ambush that we had.
Yeah, as you move towards Shinebright Manor, you see one cloaked ranger is actually running up there. He runs in, and as you are getting to these steps to enter, Light actually steps out and sees you guys. Welcome back. I see you're in one piece. Where's Doran?
He went off to have, or he went to go talk to some people.
Fire. Okay. Come inside. Take a seat.
Best is the infirmary. Can we get her there first?
We have a sort of impromptu. Yeah, this way. Oh, actually, no. You
It can wait.
look pretty beat
alright.
up. Look,
You're right.
He says it can wait.
we can
Oh,
talk
never
in
mind.
we can talk in the infirmary tent, and he leads you over to one of the larger tents where a mage and a couple of what appears to be regular civilians who possibly have medical training begin looking you guys over and start properly like wrapping up some of your wounds and like best you have like a big streak where the lightning hit you like twice, and they start applying some sort of solvent to it. It stings, but you presume it's for the best. But as you are starting to be dressed, the commander speaks. What exactly happened out there?
Well,
Your queen is stronger than you thought.
well, no, she just has access to a lot of people.
Right.
I mean, like, a lot of them. Like, I'm surprised at how many people she's thrown at us that have failed. She's to pick better men.
glad to hear
Not to toot my own horn or anything. It wasn't all me.
Was there a patrol recently? Before we fully discuss this, toward the northern portion of Direwood, I explained where we found that ambush or whatever it is.
it. He listens as you explain approximately where it was, and
Okay.
he thinks, not for quite some time have we patrolled the streets.
Are we missing 2 rangers?
We're missing a lot of rangers. Were you able to
Understood.
identify them at all?
I did my best. I tried to describe their faces,
It's fine.
rough height, and all of that.
It's
I describe a few of the tattoos they have.
there were 2 of them.
Good call.
Well, then we can take
2.
2 tallies off of the missing and add to the dead. Thank you. But you guys, excuse me, look terrible. What actually happened?
I got thunderbolted twice inside of a kill cloud.
By who?
Some fuckhead with a spider club. Who
Agents of the
is-
Queen.
Yeah, the hit group of the Queen.
So she still knew you were coming.
She knew approximately where we were going to be. Is what
She offered
the
them
guy-
5,000 gold to get rid of us.
Well, I wonder if she has the money to back that up.
Wow.
Who knows?
I'd be
The
surprised.
accusation.
I don't know where you
Well,
get
we
5,000
kept one
gold
of the
out here.
people. We kept one of the people from the ambush alive and asked him
Mhm.
questions.
Well then.
He said that he'd worked with the queen for 10 years, and each time he the money was back. He said that she had plenty of
She
money
was
to
able
pay.
to. Correct.
I see. 10
He had no
years,
idea
you
where it
said.
came from, but she had it.
That's
Indeed.
interesting. Right. Well, see to yourselves. What's your
I
next
look over-
move then?
I look over at 6 and I go, I could have zoned of truthed him.
I know. I honestly thought about that in the.
I didn't even. I was so angry. I didn't even think about it.
In any case, sorry, Light, what was the question?
What's your next move? I presume you'll take tonight to rest up. I hope so, but are we...
Would be best. Yes. There are multiple moves for us to consider. We have not made a final determination. We will do that this evening.
I want to try to
however,
get my father out of the New Republic.
that is a priority.
That's
to,
only
get
that's my only goal.
Alistair's father to safety.
So are you no longer pursuing the queen?
Well, yes, but my main goal I should have said is to get my father out safely.
We do intend to continue to pursue the queen. It is at this point fairly obvious that she would essentially like us out of the picture. Potentially any sort of parlay is off the table at this point, it appears. But we would like to confirm that and take the next step when necessary.
Have you considered bringing backup with you next time?
Wow.
I know moving in a
We
larger group
could.
will draw more attention, potentially be more dangerous, but you still have that Precian squad. You have that Captain Nicolian who won't shut up about wanting to join you guys in your adventures.
We'll consider that as well. Oh yes. So we are, in fact. I mean, we're pretty convinced at this point that the queen. The queen has worn multiple faces in her past. This last one, the child queen that we have familiarized ourselves with, appears to be the more erratic of these faces. However, in the last week, she appears to have taken a bit of an about face. She has become more resolved, more meticulous in her planning. Potentially,
Resolved and what? Planning for what?
Number one, our elimination, I believe, is near the top of her list. Quelling a rebellion, I believe, if there was anything left over from our friend, our trying to stir the pot that way.
Pettifer did mention he had a lot of friends in there.
Indeed.
I wouldn't be surprised
He's
if
still
there's a
very
bit of
useful to us.
unrest.
Now, Light, I'm gonna poke at a little bit of a personal area here, but it's been said by numerous people now. What is your relation to her?
I've told you before. I'm nothing but a
Ye-
target
What?
to her.
The other people say otherwise. If you
What
were just a
other
target,
people?
why would she get angry whenever you're brought up around her?
Because
Light is unaware of any other relationship he may or may not have been duped into with one of the other queen's faces.
what are you trying to insinuate?
We're not insinuating a thing.
No,
We
I'm just
simply-
looking for information. If we can use that against her, then by all means, I'd love to have it in our arsenal.
I would be glad to supply you with such information if I knew anything. What do you mean duped? What are you referring to?
We believe that the queen, in the past, in another of her guises, has been closer to you than you have realized. In that respect, she appears to have been hurt deeply by this contact with potentially you, and seems to think of you more as a personal vendetta in ways than the leader of an opposing force. We're not attempting to insinuate anything. This is the information, the facts that we have gathered.
I see.
This interaction likely took place in Preece, potentially years ago.
He looks around.
Any information that you may remember could potentially be of interest.
He looks around, and
If you want more privacy, I can link you to me personally.
the several medical attendants who were attending to you guys, he gives them a nod, and they all, okay, yep, and they leave the tent. The only person that brings to mind is my ex, who is currently leading priests. I highly doubt she is the
Alistair
queen.
kind of laughs. He goes, "That you and her?"
Yes,
And his face goes
and
back to serious, and he goes, "Sorry."
And so, what would her connection be to the queen?
I strongly doubt there's any connection.
This is interesting. We thank you for trusting us with this information.
My apologies for prodding at a sensitive area.
If it could possibly be useful to you, so be it. Now, you should rest up. You should figure out what your next move is. There's still the... Oh! I need to get a hold of Doran. Savara sent a letter back right away with Sam.
Oh boy.
Would you... And he reaches into like a pouch, pulls out a wrapped up piece of parchment with a red ribbon. Would you give this to him when you find him?
I indeed will.
Thank you. Well, let me know what your next endeavor will be, and if you need help,
We'll
or
contact
backup.
you in the morning.
Very well. And he steps out, and he steps out. He turns around. You need to be more careful. I can't be losing you now, he says to all of you. Next time you're ambushed, light a flare, call for help.
I was busy dying. I didn't think of it.
He nods slowly. Keep it in mind. He turns around and walks off. Doran, over in the other tent, you walk over to another one of these tents, similar, and as you get closer, there's the flickering of firelight from within, and you can hear like every now and then some like a bout of laughter, and then it calms down and there's more. It sounds like a bunch of cloaked rangers just shooting the shit, and as you enter, they all kind of quiet and look at you. And then one of them nudges, one you recognize, nudges another and goes, "It's all right. He's cool." And they all kind of relax a little bit. Do you have a goal, or are you just integrating? What are you...
I'm going to try to integrate. Is there a deck of cards as well that someone would produce?
If you
I have one.
ask...
I'm assuming that in my travels, I've probably picked up a few weird card games that probably they wouldn't know here.
Sure.
I try to teach some, hey, here's some things you can do when you're, all like that, when you're just relaxing or not doing something super labor intensive.
Yeah, with the
New
roll I just
card
made,
games.
One of them produces most of a deck. Some of the cards are pretty singed or ripped or not well and in good condition, but he has like 50 cards.
I know, and I'll just try to teach some games and
Okay.
shoot
Roll
the shit
yeah.
and,
roll a charisma check with advantage.
what if I got rid of my own advantage?
You certainly could.
I don't wanna.
All right.
It wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah, dirty 20. We're gonna come back to that in a moment. The rest of you, are you going to look for Doran? Do you have your own? What are you guys doing?
6 has the letter, right?
Yep.
I do have the letter. I would like to find Doran, however, I don't think he looks like himself at the moment, so potentially that's a futile endeavor.
I told you where I was going, actually.
That is true.
When I pointed to where I was walking to.
Okay.
Okay.
Pointed
Indeed.
to,
Then yeah.
Okay.
like, if you had watched me walk away, I would have walked directly to that tent.
Okay.
Real quick, Doran, just meta. Do you look like yourself, or do you look like someone else right now?
Changed.
Okay.
All right. As the rest of you go to catch up with Doran, deliver this letter, you enter the tent, and it's a nice atmosphere. Go ahead.
Alistair does split off. He does not follow.
Okay. As Six and Bess go to find Doran, you enter, and it's a nice atmosphere. You know how there's always that one, like, the popular guy. There's always that, like, kind of few feet around him where everybody's kind of spread out, but like everyone's kind of surrounding. You kind of know what I'm getting at. The person that everyone gravitates toward. Doran is kind of the center of attention right now. He appears to be teaching the Cloaked Rangers a card game that he may or may not be making up on the spot. You've never heard of it. Who knows? But and they're all laughing, and it's a good vibe. And as you step in, they all hush up.
I'd like to add for flavor, like as they walk in, I bumped in, like just been slapping one across the chest and go, "You need to pay attention, dumbass!"
Yeah, and
just kind of
everybody's laughing. Yep. Yep.
They walk in, and I kind of look back. I pull out a card, the 2 of hearts. And go, is this your card 6?
I look at pat my pockets, and I go, "Yes. How did you know?"
I cheer, just like rest of
The
everyone
cloaked
cheers.
rangers in there, like they erupt into laughter and cheering.
I walk over huffily and say, "Give me that."
and then the one who produced the cards in the first place goes, "Wait, that was." But no, that's my. And then they're all just laughing at him.
I would like to, as he goes to take it from my hand, the second it leaves, cast minor illusion on the card to make it look like the back changes with like a different card from a different deck.
Okay.
So like it looks that when he takes it, like it's the guy's got Six is grabbing a completely different card.
You guys are fucking ruthless.
And of course, the cloaked rangers are loving all of this.
Doran,
Yes.
there's a piece of mail for you.
Does it have my name on it?
Twice.
It's me. I extend my hand for it.
I hand it over. What's on the inside? I say.
Probably words. I look to the rest of the crowd and kind of look like, what's he on about?
you get a bit of a chuckle. Do you want me to send this to you via text, or do you want me to read it? Are you gonna read it?
Send it.
Okay.
As you were, I say to the men. I give them a hearty smile.
There's a bit of like a slightly uncomfortable laughter, and they go, "Yes, sir."
I just want them to be comfortable again.
Let's see. I'm trying to find. It got cut off, but where did it get cut off?
Will occur on the.
Okay, here we go. Yep. Occur on. Here we go. And there's the rest.
Oh, I can see it too. Hold on.
No, you can't.
Oh, I was wrong.
Yeah. Right. So as he's reading that, Six and Bess, are you guys gonna go off, do your own thing, or are you gonna stay and hang out?
I mean, Bess is pretty beat up. I want to make sure she. I mean, she's already been to the medical tent, but I want to make sure she gets rest for the evening. So if there's anything she needs, I would like to attend to that first. Bring her some food, that sort of thing. Make sure she's got a blanket and comfy.
Okay. So you will be kind of tending to Bess tonight. You guys will be relaxing and trying to get a hold of yourselves. Doran, I assume you're gonna spend some more time hanging out with the Cloaked Rangers.
I'll kind of read the letter quickly and wrap it up and kind of pocket it. Look to the rest of them, who I'm assuming is just kind of waiting while I do this.
Yep.
I go, well, I think I've taught you. Let's gamble chores. And I'd kind of get comfortable.
All right. And you will have a night of probably jokes about you not having any chores, and then using chores that don't exist, and a lot of them trading, a lot of cheers, and people who are really upset, and it's gonna be a good night. With your roll of 20, Bess and Six will go off and recover and relax a bit. Alistair, what are you doing?
I am going to find a nice, quiet place right on top of the room where I was last time.
Okay, you climb back up on top of Light's office.
And I am going to read that book until I fall asleep.
Okay, you'll read the book until you fall asleep. Then that is a good point to end for tonight, where next time we will come back to Doran having recharged his social battery, Bess and Six having a good night's rest, and Alistair having changed out a spell.
I would also, I eventually do go to bed, so I do get my long
Right,
rest.
yes,
Like,
you will all have your long rest, yes.
I will duck out eventually being like, hey, I did just get ambushed and attacked.
Yeah.
Ruthlessly.
There would also be a lot of jokes throughout the night about how beat up you look, and eventually, probably around midnight, after a couple of hours.
I don't look beat up.
You don't look beat up, so there wouldn't be. But after a couple of hours of Cloaked Rangers, some who had a morning watch would be like, oh, okay, I gotta go to bed, whatever. But you all have your long rest, and we will return next time in the morning.